Time to roll, time to slay, time to loot. Grab your dice, ready up, let's go!
Previously, on the Chronicles of Celestria, Umbrasia hung silent beneath the moonlight, and at the mouth of the cavern, the party regrouped. As vampires settled in the darkness across the forest, Jinglethorn shared what he knew of vampires themselves, their weaknesses scrawled entirely carefully within a weathered black booklet. One name appeared more than any other: Maxwell Bellistra. Zelentrus, weakened by exhaustion and whispers alike, was restored by Jinglethorn's magic before the descent began. Then, one by one, the party entered the cave, a tunnel that led towards the grove, towards the forested grounds where one shrine to Sylvana waited. Ancient, ruined, defiled, and waiting there, Maxwell and his spawn. Winzira, bandits, crow-marked hunters, and Erendor Raven Guard, with violet flames burning behind hollow eyes as he refused to surrender the relic. Ashira struck first. The Helm of Brilliance erupted in prismatic chaos as diamond-fueled magic tore through the chambers and shattered the enemy's defenses. Then came fire, lightning, moonlight, and steel. Mirabelle and Jinglethorn engulfed the area in flame. Elirr called storms through the darkness. Sylas guided Starlight through shadows, while Judge endured the storm at the battle's center. And amidst the chaos, Maxwell called Zelentrus forward. That's when Ashira made her choice. She called upon Glacia, accepting her bargain, and asked for Erendor's freedom. The cost came instantly. Zelentrus, and all memory of him, vanished from her memory entirely. A stranger where a friend once stood. But the crow's hold on Erendor shattered, and for the first time in weeks, he was free. One by one, the spawn fell, and when Maxwell attempted to flee in mist and shadow, it was Diego that stopped him. Moonlight burned through the darkness as the champion of Luna denied the vampire his escape, and Maxwell Bellistra fell. When the battle ended, Winzira remained alive, freed, confused, hungry, lost. Erendor finally spoke plainly of the stone, the Calderim, Nair, and the role he had unwillingly played in all of it. But there was no victory in Umbrasia. Not yet. Jinglethorn warned the party to rest while they still could. Beyond this shrine, the grove pulsed stronger with every passing hour. A storm was coming, and though Erendor stood free at last, Ashira could no longer remember one of those responsible for saving him. This is episode 46 of the Chronicles of Celestria. We're coming towards the end of this campaign. And we begin today in the Embers of Anarchy, where we left off. Everyone heard what Erendor had to say as he revealed what Winzira had been, what he knew, what had happened. You discussed with Winzira about staying here, remaining indoors in one of the shrine temples here. After the grove had been cleansed, you would come back and let her know, or at least Erendor would do so. Jinglethorn advised that all of you needed to rest, and what lay ahead of you could be quite troublesome. You will assault the grove in the morning, as it lies just beyond the tree line ahead of you. It would take you less than an hour to arrive there, just to the northwest. And that's where I come to you, as you all begin to set up camp for the night. What do you guys do?
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm pretty pooped after that one. Anyone got any biscuits?
You
I
want
have,
biscuits in the rain?
Oh, yeah, they might get a bit soggy. Let us put up the tents, okay?
Zel, are you okay? You know what? I don't know. Ashira's been odd.
I think Elirr would see Zel tighten his grip on the railing in front of him. No, Elirr, I'm not. I think I can see what Ashira's deal entailed.
What deal?
Erendor wasn't destined to survive, and to save him for the good of the rest of us, Ashira had to make an agreement with a power. And I think the cost of that deal might have been her memories of me.
But do you mean? So that's why she's looking at you like she never seen you before?
Yeah, kind of fucking sucks.
Well, we'll make her remember, surely.
Who knows? Who knows?
You got value, you grew a lot. You're not like we were back in prison. I'm sure it will be fine.
I think at this point, Vestige would go over towards Ashira. And look up towards her. And in this kind of it's in the kind of undead form, so looks similar, but the energy is a little bit different and voice is more raspy and almost breathless, and just goes, "Have you forgotten me too?"
DM, have I? I don't know.
You have no idea what this is.
I think she'd just sort of squint her eyes at it and be like, I have never met you before. What are you? And like, I just sort of questionably look around to like Diego and the rest.
Don't look at me, I haven't got the clue. It's Zel's creepy rat thing, you know? Is
Who's
it a rat
Zel?
right now? Zel?
Maybe we should go over. Zel.
You know, the man you have been bunking off with for a while. No?
What do you mean?
You know, when a man and a woman enter... Oh, they're coming over now.
Zel's close enough to hear that, right?
I would say so, yeah.
Zel dismisses Vestige and doesn't come closer.
Ashira, let us maybe introduce our good friend. He's been traveling with all of us, but seems like you're having trouble remembering.
Wait, what do you mean? Introducing Zel? Like, huh? I missed
Ashira,
something?
Did you do something during fight?
Well,
Were you in that, perhaps? I didn't see it. Was it my fireball? I am so sorry.
no, that was scary, but didn't hit me in the head. So wait, okay, hang on. You guys are saying that this man has traveled with us the whole time?
Very closely, yes. Ever since prison, all of us.
While she's trying to explain, I'd like to do a medicine check on Ashira to see if I can see any signs of a concussion.
Yeah, absolutely. If you'd like to roll a medicine check.
A 9.
A 9. Yeah, you look at her. Nothing appears to be wrong with her. She just doesn't seem to recognize Zelentrus. She appears otherwise healthy.
She's all looking fine.
Maybe we should sit down. This might be long talk. You have diary, don't you?
I do. Does he want to come? This is weird. He's just standing there. Does he want to sit with us?
He definitely wants to, but he feels very sad.
Yes, as you can imagine, like I said, when a man and a woman share a room together, you did that with this man. You don't remember this man. Let's just say it wasn't like a one-night stand where you got a little drunk and you don't remember. This is like a good month or so. You remember me?
Yes, unfortunately.
That's rude.
No, Diego, I'm trying to make light of the situation. I cannot forget your face, or your noise, or
Not many can.
the hair.
True.
Ashira will pull out her diary.
Yeah.
And just sort of start flicking through it.
Mm-hmm. As you start to look through it, you see that there's names mentioned of your party members, of all the times that you wrote down where you'd been, what you'd done, and where it previously would have said Zelentrus is replaced by someone else in the party. As if none of that ever happened.
Wait, okay, as a DM questioning.
Every
who
time
have
you would have
who have I slept with in my diary?
whatever possible, like,
It says Elirr.
deeper secrets would just have like blurred text. It wouldn't make sense. Almost like
I
you
would
were
show it to the
trying
rest
to make sense.
to
Yeah.
say like, can you read this? Because I cannot read this. Can you read this?
Can I help? Maybe. Maybe we can fill in blanks. Like, do we all remember this? Can we do like a history check or something?
I mean, you can, yeah. It appears, I'd say there's some moments, if you do share, where like you clearly remember walking through the sewers with Zelentrus, but it says in Ignitia, in Lavacrest, but it says you did it with Diego. And you definitely didn't do it with Diego.
Yeah, but if I show them like laps of text that are blurred to me, is it blurred to them as well?
Yes, it looks like you basically smudged it. And for the sake of brevity, if you try and repair it or fix it, it doesn't work.
Right.
Ashira,
I also keep a few notes of journeys. Would you like to look through mine?
Maybe
Sure.
There you go. Wait. And I flip to the pages later on, not the front bit. There you go.
And in here, it is an accurate account. It is what happened. It is Zelentrus.
See, look, right there I've wrote, Ashira and Zelentrus share a room together. Spicy.
And I compare it to like the entry of my day, just to see like if that lines up.
You enjoyed a
With
room to
blurred
yourself.
text.
It was nice.
Well, I think I might know what's happened. Glacia offered me a deal. And the deal was for me to lose something that was precious to me in exchange for Erendor's life. I don't remember what the cost was, but it seems it might have been Zelentrus.
But he's right there.
Well, I suppose it's my memory of him.
maybe red was cost being something very precious.
Do you remember me?
Yeah, I remember you.
Can I have a perception check from Zelentrus, please? as you look at Ashira.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
You've only got one eye, so you don't see it.
Yeah.
I'd say Sylas, you would probably see it. Zell hasn't noticed, but Erendor looked up when Ashira mentioned that the deal meant giving up Zell, or potentially sacrificing something precious such as Zell to save Erendor. He clocked that.
I try to switch my view between Ashira and then looking past her to Erendor. I don't know if anyone can see that who is close, but you can definitely see me going back and forward between the Ashira and Erendor. Shouldn't you I'm sorry to break this, but also maybe talk to Erendor?
yeah. This is awkward. I feel like
I have my
I feel
own
like I
deal
need to have to.
to sort out. So
how about-
go ahead and talk. I'll be back shortly.
But we're standing
As long
here in
as
the
I'm from
rain.
forest.
We're standing here in the rain. Shouldn't we go somewhere inside and start a fire, get warmed up, get in for the
Raise
night?
There's that building over there.
Rez, are you
Yes,
going?
I'll get the firewood. And he awkwardly stands up and just walks off.
Yeah. I'd say you guys, apart from Zell, who's sort of stepped away towards the forest.
Did
Zell,
Did
Hmm?
Zelentrus go invisible and go, or would I have been able to kind of track him, go with him?
I would say, sure. Elirr can go with Zell.
Cool. The two of you walk up. You probably don't go too far, not to avoid going too deep towards the grove or to going too far back or stumbling upon someone else. But you stay in the vicinity of the nearby forested area, like trees. You're definitely separated from the group.
Just for you to know, Max, Zell is going to keep up his end of the bargain with Vorthkar, so he does need to make some distance from the group.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. As you guys do so, I'd say the rest of you, do you all head inside after Diego, get some firewood? Maybe you come in a couple minutes later. There's lots of trees nearby, so you can definitely cut them down. But do you all head inside this little house here with the door that's open? Yeah?
I'd say yes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you guys head in there, and for the sake of the scene, I'll bring you guys to. Let me just think. What's a good map for this? Let's bring you.
Whoa.
Is there combat in this house?
No.
This tiny little
What's
hut.
waiting? What's
Sorry.
awaiting us there?
Vampire
Been here
spawn.
the whole time waiting for you.
Hags.
No. I think I'll put you on this map. Sorry about the music. I'll put you on this map. Yeah, it's still. Let's keep this one. It's still So just so you guys are aware, you are technically within the inner circle. You're right near the foot of the grove. If you stand outside, if it was clear through the fog, you'd be able to see the tree literally stretches up above you and around you. It's absolutely massive, and it's looks almost burnt or dead in some way. But yeah, you guys head inside. You realize that it looks like the camp has been made in here for bandits more than anyone else. There appears to be a couple beds that are emptied. There looks to be buckets of water, some rations on the side, and what appears to be a brazier in the center of the room, probably for heat and keeping warm. There is coal there, but you would need some firewood, so it's just as well Diego's gone out to get some. And as you guys sit down and Diego comes back, let's start off first with Zelentrus and Elirr, who are walking off away from the group. You make your way away from everyone else. You walk up past the shrine and find sort of a quieter part of the forest. It's still fairly well lit, so you can both see what you're doing around here. You have the torchlight coming your direction. What is it that the two of you do?
Zel, you don't mind me being around, I hope. I just don't feel at ease you being by yourself right now. Do you need help with anything?
You might see something you don't particularly want to see, and I trust you to keep it to yourself. Can you do that?
Sure. We
Then you can
friends
stay.
now.
Then you can stay. Keep an eye out for deer or animals of any kind.
Do you mind some light?
Light's fine.
Like cast
I don't
some
need it.
dancing lights, I guess.
Yeah, I would say, can I have a perception check from both of you, please? Just a flat roll.
That's a 20 this time.
Absolutely. 20 and 14. Yeah, 14 was the DC, so you both would see as the dancing lights come out. You see there are bodies of animals, bandits, all sorts, all of which have been drained. Some have been here for a lot of time. They're all dead. It's bodies dumped here. Obviously, the vampires were feeding on much of the wilderness around. There's that scent
Any
of
carrion
rotten
birds or
decay.
anything?
Probably less birds, more sort of. There's probably, you know what? I would say there's probably a couple picking at the corpses of the bodies. Mainly crows.
Do you reckon?
Cool.
Do you reckon Maxwell was here for? Like vampire has to come from somewhere, right?
Well, wherever he was going... Sorry, I was just about to say something metagaming that I would know as a player, not a character.
Good.
I don't know. I was just about to say something about vampires returning to their resting point. Don't worry, ignore that. I don't know anything really about vampires or Maxwell apart from I'm very glad he's dead. If you wouldn't mind stepping back one moment, Elirr.
Sure.
Zelkos Hunger of Hadar on the crows.
Mm-hmm. There's bodies as well that they're feasting on, just so you're aware.
The wardens come to feed his prisoner. Eat.
As you see the tendrils of shadow come out from the ground, and the viscera of the bodies being slashed around the place. The live birds are instantly killed, grabbed, ripped. There's a necrotic pulse of energy. Elirr, you witness as this huge area of bodies and carrion birds are just consumed, in part, teeth appearing on the tendrils, eating away. A smile, one of which lashes towards you but can't quite reach as it continues to try and eat away. Zel, you just feel a glimmer of a shadow in the back of your mind as it sort of delicious.
My end of the bargain has been kept up. The more you play your part, the more you do as you're told, the more you'll be able to feed. And Zal ends the spell. The stone back in his pocket.
And you see bodies of collapsed backs of animals just ripped and torn, almost like it's been sucked into a vacuum as it disappears from sight. It's even more gruesome than it was when you first arrived here.
You're better?
That wasn't for me. When I was in the relic, I spoke to Vorathkar. It answered my questions. Part of my initial offering to appease it somewhat, to make it do as it was told, was that I would make sure it remains fed. It is the only access it gets to the world outside the relic.
So you got it under control?
As
Situation
under control as I can have it.
Well, if anything happens, let us know. Let me know. I'm here. If you ever need, if we survive.
She just couldn't be selfish one time. With everything going on, we have all these keepers of balance who aren't showing up and doing their part. This has been thrust upon us, and yet we're expected to sacrifice everything. We should be selfish every now and then. We deserve that for everything we're going through.
Well,
You should be selfish too, if you need to be.
honestly, I don't know what to be currently. Me being kind of not even me. If what we've learned past couple days is true, I don't know, elemental energy, some kind of weird form of life. But,
In my eyes, that's a good thing.
well, but I don't know what I am, really.
No, but your species, Aarakocra, they don't tend to live that long.
Well,
We have you around for a lot longer now, I would imagine.
maybe we'll have to figure that out. But first, maybe figure this out, and I'm sure we'll find a way to. You guys got together before. You said nice things before she made a decision.
We'll talk, it's just complicated. But
Well-
regardless of what I'm going through, we'll sort out your things as well. With everything that happened at the beginning, well, we've come a long way. And I'm glad to call you my friend, Elirr.
Same. It's a few from here anyway. So you've met my friends. So I
Yeah,
appreciate.
half of your friends don't seem to like you.
Well, he kind of, I liked his sister, I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't on the ship all that long, but I can see you liked his sister.
Well, let's maybe go back.
Let's get you back to that sister, eh? And Zell puts his arm around Elirr and starts to walk it back.
Yeah.
Yes, I put my big wing around him, which I rarely do.
Mhm. Very nice.
We'll be fine.
And whilst they were out, before you get back to the grove, the rest of you, as you're all heading inside, you see Jinglethorn sort of sits himself down and begins to sort of look at scrolls and writings that he has, maybe a couple of ruined items. You see he also studies the stone in his hand, takes it out from his hat, studies it for a moment, and talks to his apprentices to the side of the room. All of you head inside. Winzira joins you, following you, Mirabelle, into the room. It's warm. It's indoors for the first time in days. There are beds to sleep on. But Erendor remains outside. He stays in the rain, sat on not far from you guys, but he remains in the rain next to a little fire that he's set up himself. He sits on one of the collapsed pillars. What do you guys do inside?
I'll make a fire really quick.
Yeah,
Here's the wood. There you go.
Yeah, you have a little brazier that's like heated up the room. It's bright, it's vibrant, it's warm. The beds are
Cinches my
soft.
eyebrows a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Again, twice in one day.
And I just go sit with Vinzira, and I'm a bit hurt. I can't help it.
I just like give her a nudge and then sit down and just breathe in heavily because that was a pretty nuts fight that we've just had. Sort of like scanning everyone. I feel maybe they all feel a bit the same. Winzira's obviously just had some pretty huge trauma, so I just sort of like glance towards her and Mirabelle, make sure that they're okay. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just checking out for a minute.
Yeah, perfect.
I think at this point, Sylas is very happy that he's inside, warm, cozy, instead of being in the forest outside after all these events he had, the ship, the forests, traveling, this fight. So a nice fresh breath of air in this room is nice to warm up to. He's probably also checking out how everyone is doing, maybe checking if there is some food to be made, maybe asking Diego's help, maybe get some drinks out, just to make everyone comfortable for the night to come.
Absolutely. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, you start to find, you see there's rations and a bunch of different ingredients as well. You could definitely cook something up if you wanted to. There also appears to be like a little area where they've obviously been making, little bits of pieces of food as well. So like sandwiches or like maybe a saucepan or two in here as well. What about the rest of you?
Ashira wouldn't have gone inside. I think she would have stayed back a bit to get a chance to speak to Arendor if he stayed out alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. We'll come back to you in a second then, as you stay probably at the door and look back and see Arendor sitting alone. Mirabelle, what is it that you do?
I just take a look at Winzira and I try to help her in any way, shape, or form. Like, ask her if she's okay for now 100 million times.
Yeah, she's sort of she's like breathing quite heavily. She looks clearly traumatized. She doesn't really know where she is. She's cold, she's damp, she's in a dress that's not really something she would choose to wear, not her color at all. And she's used to being in the Stonehaven high life of the Pillars District.
Yeah, I would wait for her to calm down a little bit. Like,
Okay.
I'm not going to ask her any questions right now.
Okay. Yeah, so she's just sort of trying to calm herself down. You get warm, your clothes dry off a bit.
Yeah, I mean, if she wants to talk about it, it's fine. If she
Mhm.
doesn't, I won't pry any. Not at this point, please.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she sort of relaxes next to you, and I think you stay fairly close indoors. And then Ashira, as you turn around, you see sitting, perhaps a little bit further away from the others, near the edge of the sort of grove. There's this small fire that he set up that's almost struggling in the rain to stay where it is. He's kept distance away from you guys, enough that as you look to him, you can't hear the fire. Do you approach him?
Yeah, I'd walk over and I'd just be like, you can sit inside, right?
Yeah, as you get closer, and as you say this to him, you notice that he's sitting on this fallen stone column, and there are roots around it, like it's been grown over, it's been there for some time. And in his hand, he's turning over in his fingers the hollowed out Argent amulet. There's no stone in its place. He's not wearing it, he's just holding it in his hands. And as you get closer to him, you see it for the first time. The moonlight and the firelight patches his skin in a way that you can see him in a way you've never seen him before. The exhaustion in him, now that Nair's influence has been severed or loosened its claws. He looks human again. and as you say he can come in, he looks to you. Ash, as much as I want to be around everyone and others, and I'm grateful for your help, the first time I've been on my own for weeks. I have my own thoughts again. This is yours.
Yeah. Well, it was.
I am sorry.
And she takes it, and I think she maybe goes to put it on her neck. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still have the Yakuza's necklace?
You do.
And I go to put it in and on, and I just look like I'm like, oh, that's strange. And then I put it in my pocket, the hollowed out necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pull out of my pocket the necklace and the signet ring that Zell gave to me, which I don't remember, but that are his, that we found at the Raven Guard estate.
Yes. Diego
And I
handed those to
believe-
you. Yeah. As far as you're aware.
Yeah, okay. I believe these are yours.
I haven't. You were in my home. My father's home.
I was. I was in your room. We found some secret passageway or big wall or something.
Yes. Not very well hidden.
No.
Feels like a
It's how we
lifetime
found
ago.
out. It's how we found out about your sister, and it's honestly probably what saved you. Because we found out then that maybe this was not all your choice. And I was so ready to kill you up until then. And it was so much easier to hate you than to know that maybe this was not all done in your own choice and that you weren't the bad guy.
I wouldn't have blamed you. I understand completely. I always wanted to be better.
Well, you have a chance now. You are free. You are here to make your own decisions. And as far as I know, you should be a great ally to us. Because we will continue this.
Indeed. I believe the least I could do is aid you in your efforts. Though I don't ever expect you to. I would love one day to be someone who could earn your forgiveness. Though I do not anticipate that day be any time near today.
I can sympathize with you, Arendor. I really do. I have questioned throughout if I would have done the same thing for Arya. And I think I might have. But what you did, the people you killed, the bodies that you left behind, and what is going to happen. Do you even know what's going to happen tomorrow? Are you aware what the plan is?
I have some idea of their intentions within the grove. Lady Alara Feathercast. She was always kind, even though what she intends to do is so cryptic, so dark.
Erendor, don't tell me now. I can appreciate that you need alone time, and by all means, take all the time that you need. But anything that you can help us with, anything that you can tell us about what we're walking into tomorrow, share it with the group, not just with me.
Of course.
I think I have other things to see to tonight.
That is fair.
Please, follow me inside.
Of course. Is there anything you wish to ask me whilst we're alone?
I have so many. I've had so many questions for you this whole time. But I think I have even more questions about what's been happening to me over the last, 30 minutes? I suppose. What are you even planning on doing, when this is all over?
You see, he sort of leans back. He stares up towards the tree, towards the grove, towards where he knows the feather casts wait. I don't know. I've spent so long surviving for someone else that I don't think I ever learned how to live for myself. Part of me wants
If
to
the man I
run.
met and the man that I originally fell in love with is anything like the man that you truly are, then you have a fine future ahead, and I wouldn't be worried.
Part of me wants to run. To take Winzira somewhere far, far away. Find somewhere, some coastline nobody's ever heard of, and play music badly in taverns. Grow old, so old that my knees hurt as I walk through sodden earth. But men like me, we don't get endings like that.
Well, maybe you do now. You need to look. I really, really want to sympathize with you, Erendor, but you have no idea the hell we have been through for the last few weeks trying to get your ass. Okay? I know that you're sad, but your sister's alive. She's in there, and you are a very sad man right now, and I understand, but you need to cheer the fuck up. Get your ass in there and help us out, and then be sad tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
And she will take him towards the door, open the door for him, sort of try and shove him in and say, I'll be in a minute. And then
Okay.
she just, shuts the door, falls against it, and is like,
Yeah, he steps inside, and you would all see him come and sit down. He sits probably on the one stool that's separated from the rest of you, sort of looks at you all, and then as he sits down and he leans back slightly, he realizes he's got the loot behind him, which he then pulls around and looks at. It looks weathered. It looks like it hasn't been tended to in some time. It hasn't been something that needed to be played. He starts to dust it off and begins to sort of tweak and turn and tune.
What a great idea. Let me play you a song, eh?
Yeah.
And I spin my mandolin around. Ding, 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 ding. Right, okay, here we go. You can join in if you like, but leave the vocals to me, eh?
By all means.
In the quiet of the morning light, her laughter still haunts your mind and I'm just staring at Erendor the whole time I'm singing it. This shadowed love that couldn't stay, you were bound to part this way. You held her close, but lost your way. A fool to think you would never stray. The ashes of your flame still burn, a lesson learned but not returned. You stole her love, you stole her heart, her trust broken as you depart. Not an original of mine, but pretty good, huh? And I'm just maintaining eye contact with him the whole time, as these are tweaked lyrics of his own song.
He just looks to the fire as you play this, and then looks up at you. Diego, can I have an... You know what? What's your passive insight? I need to know this.
Oh god. My wisdom's not bad. Passive insight is a 16.
Yeah. Diego, you can see this man is broken. There is so much pain behind his eyes as he looks to you. It looks like he's on the verge of tears, but he won't let himself cry.
Put the mandolin down. I cross my arms. Good. And then I just sit there and look into the flames.
Well played, the Bard. As he continues tuning his guitar. And I'll say that at this stage, Ashira, as you're standing outside, you see what begins to be Elirr and Zell walking back from the darkness towards where you are.
I think she just sort of gets up from sitting on the floor and like dusts herself off a little bit awkwardly. Like she definitely wasn't just having a moment to herself.
Mm-hmm. Elirr and Zell, you see Ashira.
Ashira, do you mind?
Do I mind what?
Company?
Yeah? You want to sit outside? They're all inside.
Well, do you want drink or do you want talk?
Both, maybe. Maybe drink first, then talk, or I don't know. And she starts like, I have wine on me. I'll grab a bottle of wine. I'll hand one to Elirr as well. I'll hand a full bottle to Zell.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a pained look in Zell's eye, but he does smile a little. And
Alright.
takes the top off and takes a big old swig.
To health, we all live, and we live through sacrifice.
You're getting better
To
at
health.
this. Zell turns to Elirr and says, "You're getting
Yeah.
better at this."
So, I've just had one awkward conversation. Do you want to have another one?
Sure. Okay. Elirr, do you mind if we?
I can go if you want. I'm sure you got it. Maybe something, things you gave her, maybe memories.
I give
Sure.
Elirr another bottle of wine to take in with him, so he can start dishing out to everyone else if they want to.
I'll spin my dancing lights to just twirl around them a little, like fireflies.
As you walk in, disco.
Yeah.
No, they stay outside.
Get the blue egos out.
Elirr steps through the door and joins the rest of you.
I got
As it-
drinks.
As
2
Ashira,
bottles of wine.
as Ashira and Zell remain outside.
I know you won't remember this, but the first night we kind of spent a little bit of time together. Well, it wasn't raining like this. It was a calmer night.
Right, like the first night that you mean like you and I shared a bed?
No. No. It was. How are your memories seeming to work? You remember
Not.
everything, but it's
They
just...
don't.
Okay.
I'm
We-
sorry. I will be very open with you. I don't know who you are. There seems to be a lot of. There's a lot of blurs in my mind. Things that don't feel right, maybe. But I did not recognize you when I first saw you.
Where does your memory say you got that from? And he points to the Yakuta's necklace.
I don't know. I just have it.
The first night that I realized that there was something between us, we were sat with your Yakutas. I'd just been crying in a forest, and you comforted me. Then, a few weeks later, when we were going through Lava Crest, I bought you that as a gift.
Oh, that's really thoughtful. Considering you were the one crying.
Hey, you were the one that was helping me, so, it's the least I could do.
Well, Zel, is that what I call you?
Yeah, that works.
I can only imagine how hard this must be for you. If that is truly, if you have been the cause, which it seems that you were. But I'm not stupid. The Glacier is not stupid. If you were the cause, and if me forgetting you was the most precious thing to me, then you must have been really important to me.
Everything sucks right now, and we are very important to each other. In fact, your last words to me before that battle, well, it was you telling me that you love me. Don't worry, I'd already told you that like a week ago. So, I went first.
Well, I think that is pretty, that's a good thing on my part, because I don't say that very quickly.
How about... Look, it sucks for me, but I imagine it sucks just as much for you to feel like something was taken from you like that. Again, got a history of things being stolen from you in these kind of situations, so... Your diary entries, they didn't match up with Diego's, right?
No, there's a very strange amount of Diego entries in my diary, which don't seem to... I don't think I would willingly spend that much time with him, to be honest. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, I think Mirabelle might have something to say about that if you did.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it does seem strange that I spent so much time with Diego the last few weeks.
My diary's inside. How about we drink with the others, and you can take a look through it and ask me any questions that you have.
Yeah. Look, this is weird. I feel like... I don't know if I should be flirting with you or not. This is very strange. You are definitely my type. I like the scar, or whatever that's going to be. As I point at
This
his
is new.
eye.
Yeah, this is new. Well, actually, there's kind of bandage around it at the moment, to be fair. I've put some makeshift cloth around it, so it is kind of covered. But, oh, yeah, that happened about 3 days ago.
Oh, when we crashed ship?
Yeah, I went through the front of it.
Why?
I was being a little bitch, and you said something that kind of stung, which I deserved, and I decided to stay on the ship. Like, it wasn't the most clear thought process that I'd had.
Yeah, when men with white hair and stupid thought process, it starts to make sense now.
Well, Cheers to white men with stupid thought processes.
Yeah, cheers to that. I'd love to take a look through your diary.
Sounds good. Let's go and join the others.
Yep.
You go back in, and what have the rest of you been up to in this time? Is Diego doing anything in particular?
So, Erendor, have you ever had a blue eagle?
I don't believe so.
It will be the nicest thing you will ever taste. You too, Windsor. Do you drink blue stuff instead of red?
Is it a...
Try it, it'll be fine. Don't worry. Okay, and I make up some blue egos for everyone here, including Zell and Ashira.
What
Who
about
are
me?
outside.
Am I entitled to one of those blue egos, Mr. Diego?
Yes, but only if you...
Corvin's just there.
Only one.
Especially, you can have two. And I look at Corvin.
Yes!
I look at Corvin and I go, like, I mouthed him, basically. I remember. Like, as I'm glaring at him.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it. Do you want a hand? Perhaps I've got two.
Why not? Sure. Why don't we make these? Why don't you tell me what you know about reversing vampirism or something? That's a thing, right?
Reversing vampirism?
Yes.
Not familiar with reversing the side effects.
Side effects?
There are.
What do you mean side
ways.
effects? Are they the main effects?
Well, Miss Windsor here is clearly a, for lack of a better word, please excuse me, Windsor. It would be what is considered a spawn, a vampire spawn, somebody who has been turned by the vampire into one of their lackeys, so to speak.
Okay, like a tadpole.
Well, more like a servant of the house, for example. They are not seen as a family, per se, but they show
I
a
never
lot
had
of
servants.
loyalty to... Well, how do I put this?
Do all servants
Not-
show loyalty?
It's kind of like... He looks nervously at Windsor. Sort of like a pet.
Master Jingleton,
Oh.
is it maybe isn't it like curse? Couldn't you maybe over long period of time, maybe some kind of change process?
I'll be completely honest with you, Master Elirr. It's not my domain. I like to think I'm quite well versed, as he shows you the black leather booklet, on how to slay a vampire and what it is that they don't like. Running water, that of sunlight. Many of the folk tales we've all learned as in our youth. Unfortunately, I never looked into reversing the conditions. It was never my intention to spare any. My apologies. Obviously, in this scenario, it would be, of course. But it would require me some more time.
But you could find out.
If there's a way, it's likely the Aetherial Spire would have many of the documentation to potentially look into this.
I mean,
It's
her master
possible.
is dead, right? So it should sever a connection or whatever.
Well,
Turn her back to normal.
she's no longer compulsed or under a compulsion of sorts to do as he bids her to do. It appears you look a bit lost as he looks to Windsor, who sort of like nods along with him. It's possible.
That's okay.
she's-
Windsor, we're at the Grove in Umbrasia, if you're a bit lost.
Can I open up my?
Oh, I didn't mean that. Sorry.
Can I open my book and check if maybe the book would know something?
On reversing vampirism?
Yeah, anything about vampires and not necessarily battle.
Sure. You can open up the book. What do you do? Because you can talk
Oh.
to it, so...
Wait, I have a great idea. You do that, and I will commune with someone and ask them. They'll know.
So I ask her, dear, we have a bit of pickle.
Oh, hello, good chap. How are you?
Doing okay. We just fought a vampire master of sorts, and we have problem like friend who got turned against her will, and she kind of doesn't want to be born.
Oh, blimey, that sounds like quite a pickle. A vampire, you say? Well done. Not an easy foe. So, you wish to learn what exactly? Reversing said condition?
Reversing vampirism, getting rid of vampirism, making her not drink blood, make her be nice and fresh.
Well, as far as I'm aware, I only recall one use of... Again, this is a story, but... It's possible. The avenue to look into would be that of a resurrection of sorts, there. Provided they are undead, technically. It's possible with a good spell from a powerful wizard. Maybe something like a true resurrection would allow for something like this. Though I've never experienced it myself, it is the avenue I would pursue. That is, of course, it would have been before the weave was torn.
That's what I wanted to mention. Do you happen to know anyone or any direction, past, present, people that might have had that kind of power?
There was some vampire research being conducted within the walls of Grandhaven. I used to know scholars who researched vampirism back in the day across the continent of Triumvira. You may know of it. It's been some time since I've been there, as you can imagine. Perhaps that would be the first place to look. Either that or the 8th Earl of Spire, of course. Jinglethorn surely would tell you this.
Master Jinglethorn is kind of more about killing the vampire.
Right, of course, yes. That makes sense.
But sure, we'll check after we live. We gonna have a bit of a growth situation. But thank you. I guess we're gonna have some rest.
Yes, you should. If you've taken on a vampire, I'd be very surprised if you didn't need it.
Well, the storm helped.
I tend to enjoy the storms myself. Hence, well, you know, as the pages sort of wave from side to side. Will that be all, Master Elirr?
Have a good rest.
Well, I don't really sleep, but I will be here when you wake up. Until then, ta-ta, as it closes. You all have just heard Elirr talking to the book. You haven't heard the book talking back.
And I just quickly so there could be something like true resurrection, but we might have to fix Weave first. But there might be a way.
You know, if it wasn't for the fact that it seems like far too many of us hear voices, I would definitely be questioning what the hell just went on. What the hell's?
Sorry, guys. I'm just on ascending at the moment. I'll be with you in 2 seconds. You talk about different voices, and I'm literally casting sending on Luna.
It does seem as good a time as any. I'll sending stone ring.
Okay.
I'll sending stone Remus because I want to be part
Hello,
of the club.
hello, anybody there?
You feel the magic.
Sipping my drink, like doing nothing.
The magic goes through. Anybody who's in the vicinity of Diego would see there's a glow on his chest and also down the vines on his arm. As Diego, you just hear, "You are close, my champion. What can I do for you today, this evening?"
Another topic. So, vampirism. Can you, get rid of it? Is it similar to STD? Or, like, other things? Like, would a cleric be able to help? And that cuts.
It doesn't cut because although the
Oh.
sending went, you're just
Oh.
having a conversation in your mind.
Oh, and then I'm like, I turn and I go, guys, I've run out of words, so I can't send anything else now. Oh, hello.
Vampirism is a spell, a curse that has plagued this land for many years. There are ways to reverse such curses, but not whilst the weave remains torn. Only the most powerful, those who are able to cast wishes, may be able to do so in this current state of Celestria.
Luna, I've got to be real with you. I've got a non-moon liker here with me. If you could do some pizzazz right now, I'm pretty sure you could turn him.
One way that exists is to allow for the spawn to drink the sire's blood. But that I've seen you slain using my light.
Yes, I believe your light completely eviscerated his form. Yes. You don't happen to have any of that blood lying around, do you?
I do not.
Yikes. Okay.
Another way would be
Oh?
to revive
Yes.
her shortly after she was to pass. However, with the weave in its current state, revivify will not suffice. You will
So,
lose her.
I have a question about that. Is she not already dead? Is it not too late?
If you were to do so whilst the weave was not intact, she would remain dead. Technically, she is undead, unliving. She goes against
Yes.
all forms of death and life alike.
So she's not alive, therefore she's dead?
She's neither dead nor alive.
Dead or alive for. Okay, so maybe we can do. Okay, I'll call you back.
As you feel the light leaves you.
Well, I'm sorry. We're gonna need a bit more time, I think.
Zell.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I've got something to say. I realise 'cause I haven't fucking told her this yet.
Mhm.
Redfoot is. Sorry, I'll start with this. Hey, Rin. Zell here. Redfoot is dead. He doesn't say it out loud. You just think he says, "Fuck it." Diego killed him. Gonna be a great story. Up to 14.
I think you're on 15.
15.
I could be wrong.
I'm on 15. I think
Say I said
Redfoot's not.
hi. Say I said hi.
Diego says hi. Update me on Creed and Bo.
I have one more word. Just say like cowabunga. Gets him every time.
I think that whispers and Bo, and then Cowabunga.
Yes, I love it when people say that.
There's a brief sort of silence, and then it responds. It lights up in your hand. Zell, glad to hear you are well. We are making progress. The Creed are reforming. Olandor imprisoned. The boat has been purchased. Please take care.
Did you say hi back?
Perfect. Yeah,
Oh,
she
good,
said
good.
hi.
Thanks.
And
Silas,
Yeah, go on. Go on.
Conversation I was going to have with Silas might take a moment. So,
Does
if
it
you
relate
want
to
do
that
something-
immediate
It
discussion?
doesn't relate
okay,
to that.
we'll
no.
come back
Doesn't
to
relate
it.
that immediate discussion.
As
Cool.
Ashira, you pull out your sending stone.
Yeah, I just wanted to be part of the conversation with
Okay.
everyone. So I'm like, not prepared for this.
Mhm.
If someone can help me count.
Mm-hmm.
Granddad. You should know Erendor was saved. He is with us. You guys are counting on the other way.
She said, that counts.
Okay.
I don't know. if it
Diego
does.
says hi. We are going to fight Malachor tomorrow. I hope I see you again.
I think again doesn't come through. But I hope I see you.
So you better be there.
He's gonna show up now in
Yeah,
the fight.
I hope I see you.
There's a brief silence, and then. Ira, what time is it? Glad to hear you are well. What is Malachor? Please, stay safe. Erendor was always a good man at heart. But he sucked at cards. End of things. End of message.
Okay. And she just chuckles and puts the stone away.
Cool. Yeah. Zell and Silas.
Before Zell starts, he looks at Silas, and Silas can see like fucking anger in his eyes. Not at Silas, but just, hey, Erendor, get over here. We need to talk.
Diego stands up.
Not
and
like
sits back down.
that.
He steps up and walks towards you.
Sit.
Pulls up a stool and sits down.
Right. Right. We have one of these each, as Zell puts his relic on the table. We have oath-bound anchors. Now, from my understanding, tomorrow's ritual, or the ritual for Malachor, it involves releasing Malachor from an earthbound anchor. Now, Sylas, yours contains Luriel, correct?
True.
Mine contains Vorathkar. But yours is suddenly empty, I believe.
Mine. This stone holds Nair, the spirit crow. He places
Is
it on
Nair
the
still
table.
in there currently?
He is indeed.
Hmm.
Though
Well,
I
Were you
must,
implying?
I
So,
must correct you. They do not own an oath-bound anchor for Malachor. The ritual they are conducting, should it succeed, what walks out of that grove will not be man, And it won't stop at Stonehaven. What they're doing with these stones is calling, resonating, using the black steel pylons to aid them in the circles, weakening the locks. The ritual isn't just opening something. It is teaching something how to reach back.
Are we all privy to this convo, by the way?
Yeah, this
Because
is all the private
it's not
conversation.
whispered.
I would
yeah,
say
okay,
it's
cool.
No,
quite
this is-
clear.
Okay, cool.
This is like sit down in the middle, anyone else can listen in, but Arendor and Sylas have to be
Cool.
here because we're the three that hold anchors at the moment.
Okay.
So, look, I spoke to Vorathkar, and fuck it, we all have voices occasionally now. Fervis spoke as well. Malachor, the imprisoned heir of chaos, as he goes by, what is he bound by? Is it not an oath-bound anchor?
Also, what is he? Thanks.
Malachor is the son of chaos. They call him the son of chaos, the son of Fervis. Whether that is true or not, I don't know. What it could imply, even Nair fears. The locks bind Malachor somewhere within Celestria's mortal plane. There lies a throne of sorts. It is believed that that is the point at which he was imprisoned. That is where the keepers would have sealed him long ago. Even the Calderim, to my knowledge, do not know its true location. It is believed that the 6 stones, alongside that of a heartstone, which they know the location of but do not dare attempt to acquire, it is believed that those 7 unbind the locks that imprison Malachor. But what is happening here at this grove? They're attempting to bypass these locks. With the 3 that they have, or rather the 2 that they have, they intend to pull an essence of him closer. They weakened the weave to stop divine interference. They use this holy ground. The celestial energies here are being infused with the stones. We must stop them.
And in doing so, they are defiling the holy sanctum of the grove.
Indeed.
So we have to stop them. But so one different. You said an anchor in the stone. I don't believe Luriel's is like some sort of anchor. I more believe that this stone carries the essence of what is left of Luriel, and that it's needed to restore the grove of Sylvana to its original purpose.
My understanding of the Oathbound Anchors is it's far from complete, but I do believe that they can act in different ways. And in terms of being anchors, some might be prisons like mine. Others, like yours, can be a point of containing power in a specific area. For example, the relic also used to be able to contain a Starlight Stone, right? So I don't think they necessarily all work the same way, but I do believe they're extremely powerful. And I do believe if we have 3 of them, then surely the 3 of us could try and combine their power to help slow down whatever ritual they're trying to free Malachor with.
Sorry, but wouldn't that possibly make whatever's inside the stones stronger when you combine 3 strong stones?
I don't think so.
When
I
I
don't hope so.
acquired the first stone, he looks almost not guilty, but regretful.
Zell rolls his eyes. Silas very clearly sees him do it.
Nair instructed me to attune with it. In doing so, I lost control. It brings you closer, Chaos. It is what they want us to do. Even Master Jinglethorn knows that the voices don't remain silent. As he looks over at Master Jinglethorn, who sort of, his eyes look and just almost like piercing straight at Erendor. Indeed. This boy speaks the truth. These stones, they are fragments of chaos. I do not advise that any of you attempt to attune to these relics.
The relics are the Starlight Stones.
The Starlight Stone, which
I'm not
are
talking about those.
in themselves relics.
Why
It's-
not?
It attempts to corrupt your soul. It takes all I have to prevent the corruption from taking over.
So, wouldn't be better maybe someone who wasn't corrupted hold on to? If we go into this baddie ritual where they want to use those corrupted stones.
What? And also, what do you get in return?
Depends.
If it's trying to corrupt you, what are you gaining?
As much as yourself you're willing to give up, it will repay you in power, in kind. I can tap into the stone, but doing so, I lose part of myself each time.
If I could get my hands on my stone, sort of side-eye Erendor, I can use it.
Safely.
Safely.
Oh,
Well,
how?
yes.
How?
Yeah. Why you sure?
Did I not tell you this? I guess not. I don't know. My memory is shitty lately. Callista made a deal. You know, my ancestor?
Yeah.
One of the first keepers of balance. She also could not wield the Starlight Stone without being whispered to. She then made a deal with Glacia to be protected from the whisper. Whatever she gave up had to do with my bloodline.
So
It is a tether.
What you said about you not having reflection, or is that?
Yes, that is part of it. It has tainted our bloodline. She has taken away our reflection, which, I mean, it sucks, but I guess she really liked looking at herself. I don't know. Either way, because of that, it has extended to myself. It is why the Arjans have been able to wield these stones without any issue. It's actually probably why I didn't even know it was a Starlight stone, because it never even spoke to me.
Dinglethorn is like writing down these notes as you're talking. Like devil's
So,
pick.
do you need your stone, or could you, let's say, for instance, Jingleton's
No.
stone?
She did make it very clear. Unfortunately, it is only the stone that is tied to the Argent family.
Too bad.
Too bad. You're right. But if we could somehow, snatch them, maybe mid-summoning or something, I don't know. Then I don't know how it works. Maybe I could use it. Or at least prevent them from using it.
Master Jingleton, when you use said stone, I guess experience with that. How
times.
that one separate you from it? Wouldn't.
Well, unfortunately, though I've used the stone on rare occasion, I was always advised by Master Aldrich that should I ever wield the stones, I should do so without attuning. There are multiple levels to the corruption that exists within these stones. I currently have the first level. I wish not to explore too deep the next. I wasn't always this old. Though I have lived many, many centuries, I appear older and am weaker than I should be. In my youth, I lost control. When I'd first attuned to the stone, it attempted to consume me. It whispered to find the shards, to come to Shroud Haven. I believe as he looks to judge, I believe that many have lost their minds to madness in time. I was not going to be one of those. I'd sooner die than let it consume me.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. So, Zel, you didn't mean the Starlight Stones, though?
No, I meant my relic that holds Vorathkar and these oathbound anchors that we hold. I know that we unfortunately lost the expert in oathbound relics in the group, but surely, if we have three things that are this powerful, formed by multiple gods for different uses, surely there must be a way, especially ones like ours, which are designed to contain power. Surely if we put three of them together, we can have some kind of slowing effect. I know that we each have the main bulk of our relic containing something. Mine, Vorathkar, yours, Nair, who, by the way, Nair, Vorathkar, and Fervus hate you, by the way. They think you're a waste of space. Stupid dick. And Luriel in Sylas's relic. Even for the longest time, my relic contained a Starlight Stone, Vorathkar, Osman, and the fragments left of Azulara. Surely we can channel something out of these.
But then again, Zel, do you really think it's a good idea to, I don't know, release a creature like Voradkar into this world to aid us for some reason? Like, I fully trust Luriel from what you've told us and what we've seen. I do not trust Voradkar a bit.
I think like you said, I think your stone operates slightly different. Your relic operates slightly differently to mine. I think with yours, it's a mutual agreement of alliance because of the respect that you and Luriel have for each other. Mine is more like a prison, and the prison warden allows the prisoner to have a little bit of air every now and then. It's what I went off into the forest just now to do with Elirr. Voradkar will answer my questions as long as I feed him occasionally. You've seen me cast the spell before with Hunger of Hadar. But I'm less focused on, for this question that I'm asking, I'm less focused on using Voradkar's power or Nair's power or Luriel's power, and instead using the overall power of these relics that seem to have such great abilities that maybe we're not tapping into fully?
It's possible, as Erendor speaks up. My relic here, it does not hold a god such as Azulara. It not a spirit either. Not fully. You see, he sort of struggles for words as he then says, it's almost as if it holds memory, grief, a will that survived after something else did. Or the Calderim call it a messenger. The Feathercasts called it a witness from the first days. And Maxwell merely called it afraid. Possible.
So, what about we commune with what's inside our stone? Relic, whatever you call it. See what we can learn that can aid us?
Actually, Azulara's in mine, and I've spoken to her, or a fragment of Azulara's in mine, and I've spoken to her somewhat. Yours has got Nair in it, Erendor, so yours is pointless, but actually, if you could try and communicate with Luriel, find out the possibilities within yours, that could definitely give us answers that we're not aware of yet. Especially if you go to Luriel and say, you know that this is an oathbound relic, that what can you do with it?
Especially in being so close to the grove. His power might be like at full capacity from what he's able to give us. Can certainly try.
I think that would be a fantastic thing if it's possible, Sylas.
I'll just try later on. Let's be mindful about not having too many blue egos, because that might mess things up. But other than that, we can try.
You know what? Why did I wait so long to have one of these? They're great.
I know, right?
Told you.
I also have another question regarding like stones, relics, and such. We have several people that can turn invisible, right? This might be a bit too early, but since we're gonna be drinking tonight, we might like plan tomorrow already instead of like later on in the evening.
Great idea. Yes.
I was thinking, how about we create some other fake versions of yours, Erendor and Zel, and I'll take them with me into the grove to distract those guys.
Fake
Meanwhile,
versions of the relics.
yeah. Meanwhile, you guys try to sneak up on them, see if we have anything we can use to, I don't know, steal their stones, disrupt the ritual. Anything from happening that. Like, I have a purpose there anyway. So what are they gonna do with like a druid that's coming to restore balance? I can say you guys died and I took your stones.
Hmm. What you know of what they intend to do is, it's Arendor speaking. What you know of them intending to do here at the Grove, they're not merely trying to summon Malachor. It's not that they believe in him. Belief stopped mattering long ago. It's power they seek. At first they wanted to free him, but now I think they want to become him. You mentioned, Ash, that perhaps one way was to steal the stones. He looks at Jinglethorn. I think that may be our only way.
Erendor, how many stones do they think they have?
They have 2. It was clear
Do they
that...
know that?
Well, they do now. These stones...
Stupid.
Yes, well...
Do tell me, how did they find out? What was their reaction on their face?
Well... Let's see. It was back in Stonehaven. The groundwork was laid months ago. Black steel moved through Ignitia. Conduits prepared beneath Stonehaven. Maxwell was meant to destabilize the city, while the Feathercats and Ollivander gathered strength. It was his impression that taking over Ignitia would lead to units on the ground. The whole plot was chaos above, preparation from below. That is the Calderim's way. I was always told that I'd return to Stonehaven eventually. Lady Feathercast made sure of it. It was her who wanted the stone. She knew that Jinglethorn would come once the Creed started tearing the city apart. And they were afraid of him as he looks at Jinglethorn. Not because he is powerful, but because he understood too much. When Maxwell believed he'd gathered a stone, everything accelerated. We all traveled at night. Teleportation circles, hidden routes. First through to Eclipsia. As you guys would know, Eclipsia is the city in Umbrasia, the largest capital city. Zell, you definitely recognize the name, or at least its reputation. Arendor continues on. The Kenku loyalists there granted us passage. They are silent things, loyal to the crow, with broken voices. Perfect servants for the Calderim. From there to the Grove. It was then that I was sent to stop interference. Anyone who tried to reach the twins, anyone who threatened the ritual. But by then, I was already trying to resist him. No. Unlike your relics, the crow doesn't command you. Not really. It finds the cracks in your being, the guilt, the hunger. Then it convinces you those things were always your own thoughts.
Okay. I think we all understand you've had a shit time, okay? We get it. We've had a shit time following you. Can I just ask you something?
Yes, of course.
You were so talented in being able to get into the vault of Sylvanus, steal the stone, and back out again without anyone even seeing your face. Why can't you do that again, but here? Eh? Cat got your tongue?
I can certainly help. Is it you wish for me to try and steal the stones?
Not try, to do it. You've done it plenty times before. I would say you're a bloody expert, if you ask me.
Do you think you could come across like you know,
As a
still
friend.
the old you? The possessed you? That you didn't know? Or maybe you were too late to Maxwell's fight or something? You come to report what's
Or-
happened?
Yes, you've come to inform them that Maxwell has been slain.
In order to get to the inner sanctum, I would have to go through the Fellowship of Ruin. They would see through my... They would likely see through... I could try.
Well, we
I'm
can
sorry.
make you invisible just to get through there if you want.
You got through a whole city vault without being seen. What are some dumbos outside of a tree going to do to stop you?
In fairness, I had the crow's command. It granted me shadow powers. I could try to tap into them again, but perhaps not until we're sure that's what we want to do. You can see there's fear on his face.
We need to stop them from using the stones, correct? If they have one stone, they cannot do this operation. Am I right in thinking that?
It would be
Or
wise.
delays them.
Indeed, it would be wise to gather both if possible, but
So just take at least one, delays them from doing what they want. We can taunt them by saying we have the others here. They might come out to us. Malachor doesn't get summoned. Everyone is safe. We kick some butt. End of story. Ollivander comes out. I smash his head in. We're all good.
Also, why would it even be a problem if you have to walk past the Fellowship of Ruin? Don't they know that you're part of them?
they would see through me. They know how the crow talks, how it speaks to them. There's no way that Travian would let me through.
Jinglethorn, I've seen you do some cool stuff with going, and you said this to us when you came here. You used this spell to get from one place to another. Could you not take Erendor and go from in here and past the Fellowship of Ruin?
I suppose I could, but if we were to go into the grove, it's possible. I would prefer we stay together rather than split off, but if I go in and they somehow gain my stone, Ashira, I don't believe you stand any chance.
How are they going to get your stone?
If they are as capable as I am, which I'm aware of Alias, his abilities, he's a very capable sorcerer. At least he
Okay.
was when I trained him back in the day.
Newsflash, aren't you like the Archmage of bloody Artheria Spire?
If they
Aren't you a keeper of
chose-
balance?
If they chose fall to the corruption of the stones, it's likely I would need to counteract them.
How about else as your stone they don't know about? Whatever.
Wait. Sorry. You just said something. You just said that they will have attuned to the stones themselves, no?
Absolutely. My biggest fear,
So it's 2v1 on the stone front?
indeed.
I think while this conversation's going on and everyone's like looking at each other, poor Sylas has just seen the moment Erendor said Travian, Zell just leaned in real close to him and like kind of hand just like not purposefully threatening, but Zell's fuck it, you brought his name up now. So you spoke about my father. Go on, tell me everything that you know.
Travian?
Yeah.
Huh.
No giggles, no slow talking. You're gonna answer the questions.
You and I are quite alike. Your father is a nasty piece of work.
Don't say that. You're nothing like me. You don't deserve
Perhaps not.
that.
Perhaps not. He believed he possessed one of the stones. He used to have a relic that did. It whispered to him. The Calderim had it in their minds that siding with the Fellowship was worthwhile due to what they could gain from Travian, and Travian accepted power because of course he did. When they learned that he no longer possessed the relic, they realized that it lied with someone else. I have seen you. Through the stone. The crow has shown me you. They know that you had it. That is why I believe when Maxwell was thrown the stone, he undeniably took it as fact. I must give you credit for you to hand over the stone in that moment. Very clever.
That wasn't me.
Well,
It was the smarter half of me. And he gestures over to Ashira.
I see.
Their quick thinking saved that day. And he points at Mirabelle and Ashira at that point.
Well, in that case, the best course of action is for us to reclaim the stones they do have. I will do what I can. Naya will allow me to gather the stones. I will try to collect them, if that is what you wish.
Your time with Travian.
Yes.
Now, forgetting for a moment the lovely fire genasi companion that we keep within our group, the mention of Mirabelle.
Huh?
Yes, I know
I'm
Mirabelle.
serious.
She is the daughter of Elara, Feathercast. They are family. I know her well. Why? She is the left hand of Travian. They work closely together. She's the one who introduced the Feathercast family to the Fellowship. Ollivander's half-sister. Through adoption.
you're saying she's a vampire?
No. She's
But
merely
she's a...
the daughter of Feathercast, and by blood is Lady Alara Feathercast's daughter. Ollivander was merely adopted into the family. Maxwell never turned her. She has remained with the Fellowship as a plant since she was born. And now she holds great power within their ranks. She lies ahead of us, as does your father.
No, you're... Mirabelle was in the Fellowship. She was simply a servant girl.
I only tell you what I know.
Zal just looks over to Ashira and says, I didn't realize you picked someone so stupid.
Well, what can I say? I have great taste in men.
You two
She sort of
truly
just
are
chuckles
very-
sheepishly.
very, very similar, you know? Look at you both. Both sad. Both a bit gloomy. One better looking than the other. I'll let you two decide.
No,
It's not you, Aaron, though.
one of us sits here and wallows in sadness. The other one gets his revenge. If I have to kill them, they're both mine. Travian and Mirabelle. Were we agreed on that?
You have my word.
Wait, sorry, you want to kill Mirabelle, other Mirabelle, not this Mirabelle, and you want to kill your father.
Yep. If Mirabelle can't give me a good explanation, then she's gone. And father, well, he's
Oh.
going to have been dead for a long time.
And what if any of us accidentally killed them? Because it happens.
And I'll be very annoyed, but come on, man.
Oh, look, I don't kill anyone normally. It's fine. It's your good. You're my
Just
fault.
like-
Hello.
Just like I got questions, man. I'm just asking. Just let me get the, you know.
Yeah, of course. You do you.
You might want to tell Judge a second time.
Hey, Judge.
Throw
Judge.
the rock at Judge's face.
Oh, yeah.
You heard all of that, right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Good.
And you've agreed to that, yes, Judge, in character.
Judge, as someone who has quite strong opinions, what do you think of this plan, eh?
I think you guys need to get some rest.
Oh, it's a really good plan, Judge.
That's the Judge we all know.
Okay,
Ashira, were you gonna say something just now?
I'll keep
Oh,
watch.
sorry.
I just wanted to ask the DM, for my understanding, if I have any sort of memory of being told about this other Mirabelle.
Yeah.
I told you, don't you remember?
Diego told you. Diego
Yeah,
would have
okay.
told you that he knew somebody or a friend who had a link to the Fellowship of Ruin, but never gave
Okay.
a name, and mentioned somebody called Mirabelle to look out for. That's
Oh.
all you'd have.
This is such a mindfuck, because I started to really question that your type was just women with the name Mirabelle.
Who? I look around.
You!
Why me? I don't know this other Mirabelle.
But in my brain,
I know this one.
Said, I'm gonna crack some skulls, bro.
in my memory, it's you telling me about this Mirabelle. And I
You want to
started
be
get
careful.
really-
You could get me in a lot of trouble.
Hey, I'm just saying what I know.
You two have your little girlish chats, and you're like, so Mirabelle, do you know about this other Mirabelle? And then Mirabelle's like, no, I don't know about Mirabelle. Do you know about Mirabelle? And then it gets into a right whirlwind, and then I get the shit.
I think you're off the hook.
Thank you.
See,
So-
it's still a wing woman, even when I'm not trying.
So, if we got most of the serious issues out of the way, I remembered something important we had going on ship before we crashed.
More important things?
Yeah,
Oh god.
we were experimenting on these potions that Mirabelle gave me, and I'm pretty sure I had like some of it left, and I needed to do some more checking.
Mm-hmm. We can
We
do
are
that roll.
checking. We are checking.
We can do that roll. And I think we should.
Cool.
After
Could I have
the break.
guidance?
Bardic
from
inspiration.
Silence?
We'll do it after the break. But you guys can do what you want to do. Let's take 5. We don't have to take the full 5 minutes whenever people are all back and ready to go.
Let's grab a
But
drink.
yeah, we will be right back. And we're back. So, during the break, everybody got some snacks and drinks, etc. You all got your refreshments. One thing that was discussed was just clearing up the Mirabelle link. So you guys all now know that Mirabelle Feathercast, who was the Mirabelle that Zelentrus knew or spoke of, was the daughter of Elara Feathercast, also therefore the sister of the adopted brother that is Ollivander. She has been within the Fellowship her entire life. She was planted there from birth by her parents, and she was the one who introduced the Fellowship of Ruin to the Calderim via Lady Elara Feathercast. So that's what you would know. I would say that for the sake of brevity, Erendor would have told you this. He would have told you that the Inner Grove is where Lady Elara Feathercast or the Feathercast twins are said to be conducting the ritual. But to get to that point, you'd have to go through the Fellowship of Ruin, which means they're probably either on the outside or on the lead up to that final part of the grove. The Inner Sanctum, if you like. And that's where he says that Travian and Mirabelle, as in this Mirabelle, would be. But yeah, you guys all have this
Everyone watching at
conversation.
home. For everyone watching at home, I did offer when I found out that I'd named an NPC after the same name as one of the PCs to change it, but I was told no, let's keep it. So if you're confused, blame Max.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. It's whatever. But yeah, so that half elf, half
I wouldn't
tiefling
do that shit.
blood that also Elara Feathercast seemed to have when you would have seen her, even though you didn't because you didn't go into the council. She was described as being elfish with tiefling horns, which is why she doesn't have the red skin or other tiefling elements beyond the horns, or at least she didn't appear to. It's because she's half tiefling, half elf. Okay, cool. So, now that we dive back in, we ended off with Elirr. Sorry, I cut you off there. You were going to try and recreate this potion, and I said that we would do a check when we got back.
Yeah, like I did the check when we were on the Glimmer Wake, and I had, I think, 1 or 2 ingredients that might have been missing because of that roll. Yeah, and I would look at Sylas. You wanna give me hand again? Would be probably
Like a hand or a wing?
guidance.
Sure.
Well, I can help too. Leah, you are so feathery. You have got this, buddy. And ding! Bardic inspiration.
What
I
is it you're
teleport, go visible. Fuck! And then
there
walk
he
back over.
goes. Marcelia, could I help at all with anything?
Well, we're trying to figure out this potion. We got off a special event. Yeah.
So we
to
don't
potentially
exactly know what
recreate.
it does. We don't know exactly know what it does yet.
Ooh, well, that's quite interesting. If you need any ingredients, I tend to carry some on my person, as you see has a bag of holding that probably has quite a lot of ingredients on it.
Sure, I kind of share what I found out before, and while I I guess, start setting up the alchemy kit.
All the ingredients that you have from before?
The ingredients that I figured out
Mhm.
from the potion before, which
Yep, I can
didn't
I
write
can read
down,
them
I
off for you
only
if you like.
wrote down that I didn't have.
Does that say rat toenail clippings? What on earth is this potion for? Oh, well, okay. I do have
I
a dead
believe,
rat.
I believe it might be copyright by some gnome somewhere.
Ah, boss! That explains it. Gnomes are
I mean,
ingenious.
it might have some combat capabilities we do not know.
Better to be
Might
safe
actually
than
help us
sorry.
tomorrow.
Let me see. Ah, yeah, there we go. As he holds up a rat. Well, you just need the toenails. Let me just. Okay, there you go.
It's a dead rat.
Oh.
Well, these should do you. And what's the other? Does that say toad boogers? Does it mean mucus? Probably.
Ribbit,
Let's
ribbit.
have a look.
Ribbit.
Well, actually, this is quite common in potions. You'd be surprised. Okay, wait. Oh,
Ribbit.
this should do you. A little vial, pass over. And bat droppings. Well, let's see.
What noise do bats make?
We have just a small bag.
I'm here
Here
to
you
suck
are.
your blood.
As this should do you. You'd be surprised how common those ingredients are in your everyday potion making class. Well, Master Elirr, I presume you have enough there for at least 3 potions. Should you know how to brew it?
Sure. Guess we'll try figure out last ingredient as I guess use leftover potion.
Mhm.
Yep.
What do you need for the roll?
I will need. Does the alchemy supplies have its own role? If not, let's go with investigation.
Yes, it does.
Okay, we'll go with
It just
alchemy then.
wants me to choose any, like strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence.
Go
wisdom,
with
character.
intelligence
Sure.
as you're attempting to work out.
28.
Yep,
I
28
guess
will do
plus the
it.
guidance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's enough. You think?
It is enough,
What's
but let's add the guidance because you have it. So,
Sure.
yep,
A 3.
it's
And
31.
what's the bardic inspiration?
A D8.
Okay,
Only
is that 34?
I guess we take the 2 from me or from Silas.
No, we'll
three,
take
and
we'll take Silas's, so it's a 3, so
Yeah.
that's 31,
So
34 total. Yeah, you know what the last ingredient is, and it is just a blade of grass.
Sure.
That's all
I
it
guess
is.
I bent down for a blade of gas.
There's a singular blade of grass. That's all it is. And yeah, and as you pick up, you head outside, you pluck a blade of grass and put it into the potion mixer. You now have all the ingredients.
I guess we let that simmer.
Well, you can use my kit as well, as he sets it up next to you, and you have an additional one that you can make, so you can make the additional
So I
potions if you
guess
want to.
We make 2.
Very nice, very nice.
Dear Mirabelle, do you have the second one, or was that the second one? You had 2, right?
Yeah, I take it out.
You've still
Well,
got one.
So you want me to drink it right now?
I don't know when you want to drink it. Maybe we drink it tomorrow and
I
3
mean,
of us,
if
for health.
I suppose we would never know if you succeeded if we do not know what it does, right?
Yeah.
It's I spent the dust. It's only natural that I should drink it. Well, bottoms up. I
Alright.
drink it.
All right, let's have you roll a 1d20, please.
17.
17, which with a 17, this potion of Frazzle's
Summon a
chaotic
trust.
elixir. Do you want to read it up or should I? You happy for me to read it out? What it does? It's in your belongings.
Not at the moment. Not at the moment. If you have it there, then
Perfect. You all see Mirabelle goes invisible.
do I see it myself?
Yeah, if you look at your hands,
Yeah.
you see it's gone. Yeah.
This is pretty neat, no? I mean, we could use this.
Oh, you're still here. Okay. I didn't know
Well,
if you just, went invisible or went away.
About
No, I can't see my hands.
about
I-
6 seconds pass, and she pops back out.
Maybe not.
Well, it's something.
Yeah.
Eh, well, I might be practical if we're in a pickle.
Invisibility potion will always be useful, especially with such good, short, easy-hand ingredients to get your hands on, of course. Apart from maybe bat droppings, they can be quite difficult.
Mirabelle, what is this even? Like, what is this? What is this called?
What is it? Frazzles. Frazzles elixir or something? Hang on. Potion of Frazzles chaotic elixir, but it looked like a mojito, so I thought it was very nice.
Mirabelle, can I also suggest something?
Sure.
Can you thoroughly clean your teeth before we go to bed?
Of course.
You've just drank
It
guana,
tastes
right?
like a mojito. Fine.
I'll let you keep yours.
I'll go back into my corner of shame again, where I was already earlier.
As Arendor sort of coughs. Well, I believe the least I could do this evening is offer all of you some wine. As he opens up his bag and pulls out 3 bottles of wine in different colors. One's a Drow Nightshade that you've had all the way back in Sylvanthal. One is Maxwell's Valistra's red elfish wine. And the last one is a white wine, all the way from Valoria. It's way abroad. Hopefully, this will at least, I could use a drink. As he goes to fix himself a cup.
Well, I'm glad we got past all the sadness and can finally start having a good time. I'll take a swig of drink.
Very nice.
Before we get too drunk, do we want to have watch buddies?
It's probably a good idea.
Anyone? You know what? There's a few tensions running in this group right now, as I look towards half the group. Maybe do we want to pick people randomly, or do you guys pick who you want? How about that?
Well, I would be happy to do a watch. Perhaps Zelentrus, would you join me?
Who's asked me to go for a watch?
Arendor.
He sounded just like Jinglethorn.
No, perhaps you would like to join me, Master Elirr.
No,
Oh fuck!
perhaps
Are you sure? Is that a good idea?
Well,
You want me to come too?
if you all trust me, perhaps I could do my own watch.
No.
But
All right.
Shit.
Okay.
Ashira, who would you like to go with?
Well, considering this might be my last night alive,
I don't
Actually,
think it should
that's
be
the
me.
point.
We have spent far too much time together in the last
I
2
know,
months.
and I just cannot get you out of my head. Fuck me.
Well,
All right.
oh, I normally have that effect, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Well-
you choose.
perhaps,
Yeah.
perhaps we
You know-
don't go together, Master Zelentrus. I'm more than happy
Yeah.
to do my watch with anyone else.
If you want to talk, we can go outside and have a talk, but...
Perhaps we have a drink together, you and I, at some stage.
Okay. Ashira, look, I know we're still getting to know each other again, but as you mentioned last night and all that, it could be. I feel at least it would be nice for us to talk after some drinks.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of catching up to do. But I do.
Well,
Where?
I don't mind taking a second.
Well, I'm gonna power down. You see, Judge takes the hammer off his back and just places it on the side. Enjoy your drinks, everyone. As he goes off to the corner and sort of slumps, and you see the light of his eyes go down as he powers down.
Well, that was rather abrupt. I suppose I could take a watch if need be. Anybody?
It's Arendor. No, it's Jinglethorn.
Jinglethorn, why don't you take one with Corvin?
No, by all means, we could certainly. Yes. Yes, okay, we can do that. Alaria,
I'm down
maybe.
for like everyone, guys. So if you have to fit me in somewhere, just ask.
Well, it's up to you. We'll only need one other watch for this evening.
Well, I can try take one with Luriel, maybe.
Oh, of course. I, by all means. Perhaps we take the last one of the evening,
Oh,
as I've been on my feet all day. All right. Well, should we? Perhaps we should all have a drink.
You guys haven't started yet? And you can see that Zal's only got a little bit of that first bottle of wine left.
I was
I
waiting
look at
for my
Elirr.
blue eagles.
I look at Elirr and I say, "You trust me to give you this drink?"
yeah, we good. I'm
Better
sorry.
be. And I shove the drink in your hand.
All right. What do you guys do?
Little do you know, Elirr, I spiked this one.
What does anybody do? Is anybody doing anything in particular?
How is Winzira? Is she
She looks
relaxing a little bit?
She looks
or-
more relaxed now than she was when you first entered. She's decided to go with the red wine, and she's downed it quickly.
Are you okay?
Mirabelle, I am so confused. I don't know where I am, and I just want to go home, but I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry.
What are we going to do about this? I'm pretty sure that's not normal hunger.
Well, I couldn't do it. I don't want to, but I want to. Mirabelle, I'm so hungry.
I would normally offer you something, but
No.
looking at what we are probably facing tomorrow, I probably will need all my strength. Can you hold that for another day?
Mm,
I would willingly offer a little bit, but
Perhaps I should step outside. Maybe I just
Or
need
perhaps-
some air.
okay. If you need anything, please let me know, okay?
Okay. As she dusts herself off, puts her glass down, and steps towards the door.
Oh, wait,
So
wait.
did-
Or maybe you can have. I don't know. Would it work if you trained one of Junglethorn's rats? Would that work?
I couldn't eat.
I suspect it's not very appetizing, but
Well, Miss Della Rosa, if you will, perhaps this would
Be good for you, as he hands over a red vial, which appears to have some blood in it.
perhaps at this stage it would be easier for you if you poured that in your wine. I read up that Maxwell used to do this at parties. Perhaps that will do, as she sort of nods
And you see she goes to sip it and then tries to take like a big swig as he holds it down, and her fangs are bared. Yes, perhaps I just need a drink. Does anyone have any games to play, perhaps? Oh, I do miss party games. It would be just like home, well. Do you remember? All those years ago, in the orphanage, we used to play games all the time.
Good old days, no?
I don't think now is the time for games, and that's coming from me. We've got a lot of shit going on. I think maybe we bed down, get a good night's rest.
Perhaps you're right.
We will play
Well,
plenty of
Aaron-
games when this is over.
Yes, plenty. And plenty more blue eagles. Or red eagles, we can make them too.
I'd like that.
Arendor, did you want to chat?
Perhaps just a short one, if you have a moment. As he opens the door for you.
Zal will walk over, and on the way, he'll give his diary to Ashira. Have a skim through, and heads outside.
Okay. Yeah. As you guys step outside, we'll come to you first. As Arendor sort of pulls up next to you and hands over a bottle of wine, a new one. Whichever one you took from the table, he hands you another of the same. And as he looks to you, he says, I'd say you feel he's a little bit distant initially.
Yeah, Zal's ice cold.
Yeah. Yeah. Arendor. Bear with me 1 second. Just need to find what I had written down for this. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 sec. It all down. This is why I need to be more organized. You know what? We'll do it off the cuff. That's fine. He says to you, he pulls up next to you, he hands you the wineskin, and he looks to you. I see the way you look at her. At Ashira. And I can see you care deeply. I am right.
Yeah. yeah. You're right. You see, I know, Arendor, that you harbored feelings for her as well. But to be completely honest with you, regardless of how she might relate to what you did, when push comes to shove, you didn't choose her. Now, I haven't made that mistake, and I don't plan to.
You hide it better than I did. Your feelings. And
Not sure about that.
I don't know a damn thing about you. And I know you know I don't. But
I mean, you did say you've been watching me through Nair, but that's neither here nor there.
Nair saw you. The grove, the stone. It was the stone and Seraphine's echo.
or the champion within that allowed him to see where this was, where the moon pool was, what little resistance stood in their way. I don't know you, Del, and I know you don't wish to know me. But I know what it looks like when a man spends so long surviving, they forget how to want things. You look at her the way a starving man looks at warmth. Like you're afraid that touching it will ruin it. I want you to know that you have no reason to trust me. But if I was going to betray you, I would have done it already. The crow, Nair, was afraid of you. Not because you held the stone, because you still haven't decided on what kind of man you are. People like us become terrifying when we finally do. You say I made a choice. I kept thinking I had more time. More time to fix things, more time to become someone better before she noticed what I really was. Also turns out the world doesn't wait for men like us to heal. I won't pretend to know you, and I'm sure there's part of you that hates me. I would understand that entirely. You know why she scares you, though, right?
Arendor, you're coming at this wrong. For one, she doesn't scare me. She understands me. She gets me, or she did, and I'm certain that she will again. You say you don't know me, but you have stood alongside the man that has hunted me for the better part of a decade. You stood behind him and you've heard the stories. You've heard the lengths that he's had to go to try and crush me. You talk about survival. How long I've had to survive. But the thing is, now I'm not just surviving, I'm thriving. I made my choice, and I know who I am. I am Azular's champion, and I am the one who will either save or end the Fellowship of Ruin. And when it comes to hating you, I could. I'd have every reason to. But you know the main reason I would? Because look at you. Look what we've done to save you. For a second, allow me to be selfish. Look at what I've lost. Just to save your life? Grow the fuck up. We're fighting the fight of our lives tomorrow. And I don't want you to sit there whimpering in a corner feeling sorry for yourself. Get that shit done now. Because tomorrow, I might die. Ashira might die. You might die. All of us might die. But that likelihood increases if we're not in this 100%. Do you understand me?
I understand you clearly, Zelentrus. I wish to do well by you, and I am appreciative of what it is you have all done for me. I often think actions speak louder than words, and perhaps I can prove that to you in time. You say she doesn't scare you, and that answer usually means they do. Zelentrus, she sees people, and when she does, it sounds like you know already, she really sees them. And once someone like that looks at you long enough, you start wondering if maybe you deserved to be loved before the world got its hands on you.
He steps back. There's no dramatic. His voice lowers. He looks to you.
If I don't make it tomorrow, watch over her. I know you will, but I want to make sure that somebody does.
Not because she needs saving. Gods, we both know she'd stab both of us for suggesting it.
But because she carries everyone. And eventually people like that collapse when nobody's looking.
Even if neither of us make it tomorrow, there will always be people that I trust looking over her. Watching over her. Now, if you really want to help her, if you really want us to all survive tomorrow, regardless of what happens in the following days, we fight together. Zell takes a drink and gestures to Arundel to drink as well.
Together.
Cheers. Zell grabs him by the hand, pulls him in close. Tomorrow we fight as allies, regardless of what happened before and what will happen next.
He just nods to you. He goes to open the door, and then he turns one last time to say to you,
The world breaks men, and I know what broken men look like. And you still haven't let the world turn you cruel. Zelentrus, don't make the mistake I did. If you really do love her, make sure you remind her while you're still alive enough to say it.
Arundel, people might keep comparing us, but I don't mean to be rude here. I'm not you. I wouldn't make your mistake. Because I'm just not that stupid.
Very well. After you.
opens the door.
Zell heads back inside.
And he follows. And you guys would see them come back in as you're having your drinks. Before you bed down for the night, I will go over one time and ask you, does anybody do anything this evening that hasn't been discussed already? No?
I have.
Read through
Oh,
the diary.
I think Tim's
Yeah,
muted.
go ahead.
Go,
True,
Tim.
I was double muted. Only one thing before I go to bed is commune with Luriel.
Okay, perfect. We'll come back to that. Anyone else?
Jane, do you want to go next?
I was going to read my diary entries, but I can also do that on my watch, so, like, whenever.
Okay, yeah, you start reading through the diary entries. Diego?
I would spend the evening with Mirabelle, knowing that there is a potential for death tomorrow. I would use my guidance once more. This time it would be. I would pull her in to kiss her, and as I kissed her, I would cast guidance. So on her neck, she has three very faint little stars that glisten ever so slightly with that starlight. And then at some point during the evening, I would try to sneak out of the place we are sleeping in.
Okay.
You're not gonna go to Ashira, are you?
I'm gonna go over to my other honey.
All right. I will let you
would
decide
try-
which watch you want to do that on. It'll probably be Jinglethorn and I imagine
I would
Jinglethorn.
probably, I'd
Go on.
probably try to wake up early.
Okay.
No. I would want to do it. I would want to do it as early as possible. Sorry, as early as I can in this.
Okay,
stint.
so it'd probably be whilst Ashira and Zell are watching, because it'll be Ashira and
Sure,
Zell,
that's fine.
then Corvin and Jinglethorn, and then Alariel and Elirr. That's how I'm gonna do
Mhm.
it. All right, cool. So I think all of you have a couple drinks. You don't get absolutely wasted, but you have a couple drinks. You ease up, you relax. It's warm. You've all got a proper bed to sleep in. There's enough beds here, bunk beds, doubles, whatever. There's enough space in here for all of you to get a proper rest. It's quite a big area that obviously bandits have been sleeping in. But as you guys do so, Sylas, how do you commune with Luriel?
What Sylas would do, just to also set the mood a little bit. Sylas is like very wary at this point, a little anxious, not comfortable at all, because he's so close to the grove. Since Stonehaven, he had this purpose, and it's all getting more. He's nearing it. He's not sure on how to compose himself on the fact that he is probably ending his task. To bring Luriel there, so he will look for a quiet spot in the area, and just take out the stone. He sits on his knees and he utters a prayer, which goes like, "Great Luriel, hear my voice. Grant me your wisdom, wit, and courage. Enlighten me with the light of the stars, and guide me on this path, as the task that is given to me comes to a close. I need you."
Very nice. As you do this, can I ask, is anyone else around you, or are you in your own separate space here? Do you like find a space outside, or are you inside?
No, I would be inside. And if anyone is near, like we have no secrets anymore at this point. Tomorrow might be the day we die, so why not do it in the open?
Perfect. Yeah. As you do so, you begin to go into a meditative state. Your brain cools, your body cools. Only thoughts in your mind is that echo of a prayer. And as you close your eyes, it goes black before you appear. Familiar place as you hold the stone. I'd say that anybody who witnesses Sylas in this moment sees that the stone glows, similar to that of Diego's type of magic and the chest that he has, that mark. This stone has that familiar glow to it. It's lunar energy. As you open your eyes, Sylas, you find yourself standing in a shrine, and it's now that you realize for the first time that elements of it look similar, like this part here, to that which you witnessed outside before entering the vampire's lair. It's then that you realize that the markings on the ground around you are similar to that on the runes from Sylvanas Grove. And standing before you is Luriel. Welcome, young pup.
Luriel, it's good to see you.
It is good to see you too.
I'm just... We're so close at this point, and a lot happened. And we were just asking ourselves, like, is there anything we can prepare us for? What are we going into? We know a bit of detail, but is there anything you can give us?
You are prophesied to restore balance to the grove of Sylvana. You must steal the stones away, prevent them from completing the ritual. Jinglethorn will be the key.
Jinglethorn? But why? As a keeper of balance?
When the time comes, he will know to do. Once balance is restored, the grove will begin to heal, as will the weave that is torn. In order for this to succeed, you must place my relic within the heart of the grove, where they defile it. There's a snarl as he does this, and he sits back, looking at you.
I guess that's the place where they are like channeling their ritual to. The strongest place on the grove.
Indeed. Directly on the ley lines that govern this world's magic. You are prophesied to succeed. The stars will it. So you must fulfill your destiny.
How much I believe in destiny and the stars. There was also a time where I doubted everything. And this doubt is also, I will not lie, taking part of me at this very point. What if I fail? What if we fail?
When you fail, the world will fall to chaos. It would be no different from the hells beneath. Malachor seeks to reenact the convergence. You cannot let this come to pass. You must not.
Is there in any way you can help me, power me, lend me some of your abilities when I haven't put your stone back where it belongs?
If you are to attune this stone, I may be able to bless you once more.
He harkens back to the divine blessing you all received, which granted you the extra radiant damage on a crit.
Beyond that, I will only be able to guide until I am restored at the Grove of Sylvana. I am merely an echo.
And what if I restore you mid-fight?
Hmm.
We can find a way.
Then I will
Eventually.
join you. Should you
That's good to-
manage to place the stone. But I do not advise getting too close to what may come. You must stop Malachor.
I intend to. In name of Sylvana and in name of my mother, I will fulfill this prophecy, and I will cleanse the world of this rot, together with the friends I have.
Then go, young cub, and find your place within the grove. As he howls, and I'm not going to do it, but he howls to the moon above you and the stars looking
Do it.
down
Do it.
as you hear the wolf howl. And it echoes through you.
Thank you. It's what I needed. Thank you.
We watch you always. As his form begins to dissipate and everything around you blurs before fading to black. And as your eyes close, you then open them. You're back here, where everyone around you is getting ready to bed down for the night.
Under my breath, I just whisper a small thanks to Luriel, and also to Sylvana and to my mother, as this is probably the final moment I get to speak to them. I don't expect any answer from them, but I know they are listening, and they will guide me in this battle.
Yeah, there's no voice that you hear back, but you feel the breeze circle around you as a leaf just goes past your face as you see it. Yeah.
Cool.
Very
Thanks.
nice. And it's with that you all bed down the night. Up first, we have Ashira and Zel, who decide to take watch. Where do you guys stand up and stand outside? Do you stand, yeah, probably just outside the door. There's maybe a little covering so you're not in the rain, but you do notice the fog seems to be dissipating. You step
Okay.
outside.
Pull some chairs out. Sit on the chairs. Was I? Oh, you won't remember, will you? I was going to ask if I was that much of. I was going to ask if I was that much of a bitch when you started having feelings for me, but I spoke to Arendor. He, I just told him to get his shit together, man. Like, it's, I get that he wants me to make sure that you're gonna be okay, and he knows that I'll do that, and I was like, come on, the best way you can make sure she's okay is if we're all head in the game for tomorrow.
Yeah, I spoke to him briefly when you were in the woods with Elirr, and I'll be honest, even I told him that he needed to get his shit together because, I mean, I don't know, it must have been whatever he's gone through. He wasn't like this when I knew him. At least not so sad, you know?
He's shaken, he's drained, he has so many... Everything's gone wrong for him, and I don't think any of us could relate. And I'm sure if he was given more time, he would be fine, but I think what he needs to get through his skull is that we don't have time. And we need everyone to be, if not on their A game, at least on their B game tomorrow. No one sitting around with an F, you know?
I still don't even know what the plan is tomorrow.
I don't know what the plan is, but between you and me, I do have one for after.
Did we have a plan for after?
I hadn't spoken to you about this yet.
Oh, so this is like normal then, because I don't even know anyway.
This is a new memory. This is a new memory.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
There's so much you need to find out. My friend.
No, I know
is
it
bringing
in.
Oh. Well, Rin is going to be bringing a ship around at some point after the battle. I have a feeling that even if I can defeat my father in this next fight, there's still going to be more work to do that I have to chase up pretty quickly. I was going to say, and the offer is still there, if you want someone to take you up to Aethria, where your family is, give us a bit more time to talk, and I could drop you off there.
Is it the flying ship?
It's not a flying ship. This one goes on the sea.
Okay, that's good, because I don't want to do that again.
You don't have to answer now, but the offer's there.
Yeah, I think I do need to go home to my family, at least for a while. I need to take my granddad to Stonehaven, really. He needs to find out about what's happened with the people that were involved with my grandmother's death. Murder, I should say.
Well, this works. I'm heading back to Stonehaven after. I was going to drop you off so we can just pick them up and come down. Either way, have a think about it. It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's odd, but I do think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm probably making assumptions. You know, we did have an agreement a few weeks ago now. You taught me some Infernal. And we agreed that if either of us ever got charmed in a trance or we lost our memories, that we would say this to each other as a way to break through. And it means, how are you in Infernal? And Zell in Infernal says, the pigeon coos suggestively, which is what Ashira actually taught him.
Yeah.
I think she just like giggles and she's like, well, yeah, okay, you definitely knew me, because that does not mean how are you.
What does it mean?
I don't know if I want to tell you, because I think I like you thinking it means how are you. This is great.
Fine.
I don't remember why I taught you this, but it talks about a pigeon cooing suggestively.
You tricked me.
Can I say? That's what I am. You should know that.
That's true. I did make us a promise before. Well, yesterday. Or today. Or actually, shit, it's really been a short time. I made you a promise about 6 hours ago. Anyway, the promise was that if something like this happened, then I'd do everything in my power to get us back together again. And I'm going to try and keep that promise as best I can.
Okay.
Which is why you get to know all of my secrets. As Tao gestures towards the diary.
You know how strange this is, right? I get it. I'm supposed to know you, but I'm just giving someone I don't know's diary to read through.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I
Just,
appreciate that you're taking this on the chin, because it must be horrible for you.
It sucks,
I have
but
to
I
ask.
imagine it's worse for you.
What were we boyfriend and girlfriend? Was it a situationship?
We hadn't put a label on it. I mean, I can't know how you thought about it. I thought about it as boyfriend, girlfriend, but I don't know how you would have thought about it. We never put a label on it.
Okay. Well, that's good, because it means that we can, think about that still.
Do you have any questions?
So many, but It feels weird to ask you these questions because we've probably talked about a lot of these things already, and then you just feel like you have to repeat yourself. Did I tell you? Did I ever tell you what I would want to happen to me if I died?
No, I don't think. I think you were planning on doing it after we nearly died a couple of days ago, but I don't think you got round to it.
Well, then let me tell you something that you don't know about me yet, and that we can now both know. And it is more in the light of what we're going into tomorrow, and clearly I also nearly saw the damn light a few days ago. I think you would have found out either way by the time you got my body back to my family. But within our family, it is tradition that when one of us passes on, our body lays in a caravan, and people would mourn and drink and party until the caravan is set on fire, to let our bodies and our ash float into wherever we want to go. So should that happen, you know, if you're gonna take me somewhere anyway, you might as well take my body up to my family.
If it happens, then I'll do it, but it's not going to happen.
We'll see.
If I don't make it, I guess I only have two things. For one, I don't want my father to get his hands on me. And two, and I won't give you all the details, I'll use it as a way of you remembering me. There was a play that myself and Master Keller first performed in together. He was my mentor. And it was set on one of the other continents, and we always said, that we would travel there together one day. Unfortunately, Alandor killed him before I could see that happen for us. But if I'm to die before I get to see it, I'd like for my ashes to be scattered there.
And you're not telling me where?
You can find the play in Stonehaven. It's in the libraries.
So you said it was on a different continent.
No. The the play is set on a different continent, but the play is a well-written one. Master Keller wrote it himself.
Oh, okay. Right, so we're not going to a different continent for your ashes.
No, we are.
Oh, okay. No, I get it. I have to go get the play from Stonehaven and then find... Okay, I get it.
Go.
Sure.
There we go.
Okay. Well, hopefully I remember that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems like your memory's not the only part you had to take a bit of a knock there.
I've had some drinks as well. It's not a good idea, to be honest, before tomorrow.
True. We should, well, I'm gonna sober up a bit by stepping out into the rain and getting a bit of a look around. Just make sure nothing's creeping up on us.
Can you even see in the dark?
Yeah, pretty well.
Okay. I'll take a look on the other, wherever the other side is of the building. Or
You guys take some time to look around. You do your watch. And as one of you goes one way and the other goes the other, Diego. You hear the footsteps away from the door.
So I imagine their conversation wasn't loud enough that we could hear, but we could hear there was a conversation being had. Like it was just murmurs through the door, right?
It's more. Yeah, basically you just hear that.
And then that stops,
Mm-hmm.
and then I hear a couple of footsteps, and then it goes quiet.
Mm-hmm.
At this moment, I move Mirabelle's arm off of me, and I will sit up, and I look around the room to see if anyone's awake.
Can I have a perception check from you?
Sure. Do you want my passive, or do you want my
Let's have
perception?
passive. Let's have passive.
16.
Yeah, you would see. Yeah, you'd see. Erendor is awake.
Perfect. I will get up.
He sort of glances at you and then.
I just put a finger to my lips. I'll grab my loot, swing over my shoulder, and I'll walk over to him. There are people here that you care about, right?
He glances at Winzira and then at the door. Of course, yes.
And you're a bard?
Once upon a time. You're going
May I
to
ask
try
for
something, aren't you?
May I ask you to inspire me? Quietly.
He hums. He plucks one string, a couple strings gently, of his lute, which is on his body, as he looks to you, and he just basically says, "May fortune bless this individual. Blessed with luck, you shall be." And then strums gently.
You are much kinder to me than I have been to you.
Well, I had no reason not to be. Good night.
If for whatever reason this goes pear-shaped, tell Mirabelle that I love her. And I'll walk towards the front door, and I'll open it, and I'll step out, and I realize they're both gone.
Mm-hmm.
I walk over to the thickest tree that I can see.
Yep.
And I will cast Levitate.
Okay.
And I will levitate to the sturdiest branch at the top of the tree that I can.
Yeah, you find one that's about 30 feet up, maybe 10, 30 feet up.
I want to go higher than that if possible.
I'd say you probably.
I want to be out of eye line if possible.
Yeah, you probably go up to maybe the top of the tree where there's the thickest possible branch, as high up that you're not visible.
Somewhere I can sit on is what I'm looking for. Something to sit on.
Perfect. Yeah, you sit right up against the tree.
And I will sit with my back against the trunk, sat on this branch. And I will look up towards whatever sky I can see. I'm hoping maybe a little bit of moonlight or something along those lines. And I will pull out the Starlight stone out of the hole in the loot. And I will hold it in front of me.
Yeah.
And I think a tear starts to form in his eyes because he knows that this goes wrong for many people. And he looks up towards the moonlight and he says, I have to protect them. And I will attempt to attune to the Starlight Stone. And as I do, I use the lute to cast Beacon of Hope, which gives me advantage on all wisdom saves. And I will look towards the moon, seeking any guidance that I possibly could. From Luna, from Callista, from any of the gods that are watching. And in my head, I just pray, Luna, let your light guide me. Callista, you have done this before. Let me help your your bloodline. And I will try and attune to this Starlight Stone. Beacon of Hope, I use the Dream Song, and the Dream Song allows me to convert Dream Song into Beacon of Hope, and Beacon of Hope allows me to have advantage on wisdom saves.
Okay. Yeah. As you begin to play this and focus on the stone, the world around you disappears quietly, almost like fading to black. You feel the tree, you see the branch before you, but everything else around you is completely black. There's no light, there's no moon.
Am I glowing? Because I've used the Dream
No.
Song. No.
It disappears quietly. It's just you and your mandolin playing. It doesn't... There's no sound, there's no violent change, it's slow. And then silence, even as you're playing. One moment you feel cold. The next, you feel this pulse from the Starlight Stone in your palm. And the next, you find yourself standing alone. Beneath the moon, on the stage you know so well. It dawns on you that this could very well be your subconscious. It's empty. You're here in Stonehaven. Dust hangs motionless in the air. Chairs around you sit abandoned beneath the pale silver moonlight that comes in from the moon above you. It looks as though it's cracked and the light doesn't work properly as it flickers. At the center of the stage is a mandolin resting atop a stool, untouched, waiting. And somewhere beyond the stage in the crowd, you hear applause. At first it's one or two claps, and then multiple. It's slow, mocking. One pair of hands at first, then dozen, then hundreds. Clapping from shadows that should not contain that many people. It's thunderous. Diego, your breath catches as the sounds grow louder. It sounds distorted and wrong. You then begin to hear whispers coming through. You hear what sounds like warning bells in the distance. You hear crows calling. Everything feels wrong. And then the voices becomes names. At first you hear your brother. Diego, help me, please. The lanterns in the area around you dim. And then a figure steps into the moonlight. At the edge of the stage, beyond the mandolin, a single figure stands and looks to you. There's a bright aura coming from her. As she looks around, almost uncertain about the smoke in the air. Ballista, Talia. Her silver hair hangs wet against her face. Black cracks form spiderwebs beneath her skin as it cracks like glass. Tears stream down silently. as she reaches towards you. Another figure emerges next to her, behind her. Sophia, your mother. As she looks to you, she's gripping her chest as blood stains her dress the whole way down. You left, Diego. Left us with him. Beside Lista, you see Javier Costello, as frail as you saw him in the pictures, through the mirror. He's not angry. He looks disappointed. You run from everything, Diego. I'm ashamed to call you my little brother. The walls around you creak. Reality almost stretches unnaturally. The audience is now visible. Rows upon rows of faceless silhouettes staring upwards from the darkness. Watching you. Waiting. And then a fourth figure appears on the stage. Between you and Callista. Ashira. Bleeding. She reaches towards you, her hands trembling. You saw this happen. Why didn't you stop it? The whispers grow louder. You then begin to see Mirabelle appear, faint, next to her. She's burning, as if the fire beneath her skin has burned her from the inside. You then see Judge, trembling, cracked, broken beneath chains. You see Sylas, swallowed up in a storm. You hear Elirr screaming, and it's then that you realize that he is part of that storm, torn into pieces. And you witness Erendor dying over and over and over again. Cracking, falling, the crow picking out his eyes and tearing his flesh. Then you see Zelentrus standing right up next to you with a smile on his face, as if he's glad you've finally done it. Behind him, you see a shadow figure with a huge smile. Purple energies, tendrils. What you envisioned for Athkar looked. You see them all. Every possible failure, every possible death, every future you could not prevent. They begin to vanish before you, as the stage begins to crack beneath your feet. The moonlight above turns black and crashes over you as the applause stops. Silence crashes over the entire stadium. And then something is breathing behind you. You feel it on your neck. And as you turn, there's nothing there, but you feel it behind you once more. Low, ancient, almost like it's hungry. As a towering shadow stretches across the stage curtains, horned, shifting, vast, beyond proportion. You realize that this entire room is filled with his being. As though reality itself cannot decide what shape it should take. Then two burning crimson eyes pierce your mind, open in the dark behind you. A grin follows. It's too wide and it's too knowing. And then the voice comes. It doesn't enter your ears. You feel it echo as if it's in your chest. There he is. The boy who wants to save everyone. The boy who keeps failing. Pain pierces through your head. You see visions of you holding Talia's corpse. You see visions of Sophia, of Ashira, of Judge, Mirabelle turning to ash in your arms. Each death feels real. Every scream, every heartbeat, every final breath. Again and again and again. But the voice whispers through it all. You see it now, don't you? The burden, the helplessness. You were born to watch people die. You can't help but fall to one knee as agony tears through your chest. The Starlight stone in your palm burns white hot in your hand now, its light flooding through the cracks in the stage. And then a voice softens. It's gentle and understanding. Diego. You feel it very silently at the back of your mind, Luna trying to reach you. You see a flicker on your chest, and then it goes. It fades.
I tilt my head up towards the face in the curtain at this point, and I just say, "You are wrong. I was born to prevent it."
No. Perhaps I can help you. I can show you the right future. The future where they live. Where you are enough. The darkness behind him expands, and the audience all stand to attention, rising in unison, hundreds of faceless silhouettes standing motionless in the dark, waiting for you to answer. Take the step, Diego Costello. Open the door, and I will give you the power to save them all. Save them all. The stone pulses once, then twice in your hand, and something far above you, above the ceiling, you can't help but feel the moon flickers. As you attempt to attune to the stone, please can I have you roll a wisdom saving throw for me?
At advantage.
At advantage, yes.
Because of Beacon of Hope.
Yep.
I also have Luckies in the bank. And I have a Bardic Inspiration, which is a D... What's Erendor's Bardic? It's a D8?
Oh,
okay,
D8,
that's
yeah.
good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. Okay. Come on, dice. So that's a 19 on the roll, which is a total of 22.
Yep. You succeed.
I will roll the D8.
Okay.
Because I don't know what this DC is, but I feel like it's going to be pretty high.
Okay.
I get a 7, so that's a 29.
Cool. Yep. So the 29, the loved ones around you begin accusing you. They begin to talk to you. You hear voices pointing at you, and you
I
realize that it's
Just start
not
humming
them.
my mother's prayer to Luna in my head.
Okay. Can I please? I'd say you realize as you're humming this that with the success of a 29 that these are manipulated fears. This is him trying to turn you. But you remain grounded. And as you hum Luna's prayer, you feel her light on your chest glows. You will have advantage on the next check.
What is the next check?
Purvis looks to you, face. Very well. I will give you the power you desire. But first you must agree to allow me to talk to you. Can I have a charisma saving throw from you, please? At advantage.
Charisma save at advantage?
Yeah.
Oh, I get a +8 on these.
Okay.
Let's hope I roll well. 27, natural 19.
Yeah, that's good. 17 was the DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Diego, you can't help but reject the idea. You know immediately not to accept 20 deals. The stage stabilizes around you, the cracks form together. The whispering temporarily slows and quiets. You feel Callista gazing down on you. You begin to see her face in your eyes. You see a faint vision of her standing next to you. And the stone, as she touches your hand, the stone glows and her essence forms the whole way up as it begins to settle instead of pulsing. You will have advantage as well as a 1d4 guidance she is giving you. And I need... You know what? Let's have a religion check from you, please. To see if you can see what is happening here. A religion check from you, please.
To see what?
You're gonna have to wait and see. A religion check, please.
So just so I understand, because you said to see what is happening here. So am I using a religion check to see what Callista's doing, or is this part of the stone still?
I need you to please roll me a religion check. You know what? I'll allow you an insight. Religion or insight?
Yeah, I'm better at that. I'm better at insights. Okay, and you said I have advantage on the roll because of Callista and a D4?
You have advantage on the roll because of Luna. Sorry, not Callista.
Oh, because of Luna. Okay, cool. That's a bit better.
DC 18.
23.
Cool.
Let's fucking go.
You notice
I'm not gonna use the guidance. I'm gonna save it.
The perfect future he tried to present to you or put in front of you, something's off. People are alive, but they appear empty. They're controlled. They're still. They're unnaturally peaceful. And now, Callista lets go of your hand. And she gestures to the mandolin. You must play it. You must play.
I pick up the mandolin.
I need a performance check from you. DC 20.
At advantage?
At advantage.
Oh, let's go.
DC 20.
DC 20.
DC
Performance.
20. Performance at advantage.
Okay. I need a 9. I get plus 11.
This is the final check.
A 31, Max. I got a nat 20.
Okay. Diego.
A nat 20. You know what? Wait there. Because I'm going to be cocky. I'm going to roll a 4. Okay, 33.
As you do so, Diego, You push back the darkness. It begins to sort of seep to the walls. The audience begins weeping. The visions crack. The moonlight floods through from the moon as you feel Luna's embrace, and you can't help but feel yourself lifted in this moment. You hear Luna and Callista praying, talking to you, talking to stone. You see the stone, all of its glow begins to stabilize. And as it does so, can I have a charisma saving throw, please?
Just say that was the last roll.
It was the last roll, but I need a charisma saving throw for you.
Advantage.
Flat roll.
Okay. Flat roll. I got a plus
Flat
8.
roll.
Do I know the DC in advance?
Do you want to know the DC in advance?
Oh, probably not. Let's roll it anyway. I've got luckies. We're good.
DC is 21.
21? Ah.
And you
I
rolled a
guess
20.
I'll use a lucky. Oy. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna use a lucky here. God damn it. It's an 11.
Okay. You successfully attune to the stone.
So it's 20. It's 20 still.
You successfully attune to the stone. You feel the power rush through you. You feel it almost run up your arms as this glow from Luna's blessing, the mark that you have, glows. But Diego, your eyes begin to burn. You hear voices of Luna and Callista in your head overlapping with that of Fervus. You feel a massive surge of power coming from the walls, pushing back against you. You see objects in the vicinity begin to levitate and shatter. The moonlight turns crimson briefly. You succeed. But you see the stone is marked. Has, unlike before, it has what appears to be almost like a little red hue, like 3 red rings around it. And that's when the vision cracks and you return back to the tree stump. You've successfully attuned to the stone. But because you failed the final charisma saving throw, you are afraid of Fervus and what he might be able to do. You realize the stone is marked in some way. And as you come back, you can't help but feel like something's changed. You can't quite tell, but something's changed. The burning in your eyes is still there. But you're back. You've successfully attuned to the stone, and I will send you what that means after today's session. I will also reveal that to all of you post-session. As you successfully attune to the stone, you return back at the tree stump. What is it you do?
I think I take a
Congratulations,
minute.
by the way, because that
Thank
is
you. Thank you.
designed to be difficult. So, well done. Had you have failed any of those checks apart from the last one that was after the final check, because I said it's the final check to attune.
Yeah, you screwed me.
No,
because I had the guidance and I would have saved it, which would have succeeded.
For the sake of brevity, I will
Would
tell
have
you what
succeeded.
happened here.
Okay.
You succeeded in attuning to the stone. You failed the charisma save, which means the stone has what I call whisper marks.
Okay.
Those
we can
are the
talk
3
about that.
rings. What that is,
We
you
can
will
talk about that
learn
after. That's fine.
if you had failed the attunement process at any step, I would have asked you to rewrite or to write out your character.
Yeah, no, I thought that might be the case. I thought that was a
That
that was a
is
caveat.
simple as
Yeah.
you would have left, and you'd
Mhm.
probably be facing them in the last session. All right, cool. But yeah, you didn't do that, so we don't have to worry about it. Well done.
I'm high up in the tree. I can't
Yes.
get down because I'm not concentrating on levitate anymore. So I cast fly on myself and fly down because I
Okay.
had a caveat for it. So don't worry.
And
Okay.
how long was he up there?
An hour, a whole hour.
An hour. Can maybe Zella or Ashira have seen him at some point and just been like quietly beneath the tree? Diego, get down from there. What are you doing?
I think there would have been
That's why I went high up.
a
Try and-
very weird sort of rush through the air, almost like a storm was going to come, but it didn't.
Mhm.
I
But you
think
guys
it's a
wouldn't have
miracle
seen
he
it.
didn't fall out, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. He's going
Look.
through all this trauma in his head, and he's super still, silent, quiet in that tree.
Guys, look. It's all well and good, but we are talking about, Diego, Child of the Umbral Moon, Fortune's favorite, the Conqueror of the Impossible, which was a title I gave myself at the start of this campaign without knowing any of this shit.
So I will tell you,
Diego the Lucky Kingmaker.
you had
You are
And
missing a
now-
title.
What title am I missing?
Keeper of Balance.
Well, am I? I don't know if I am just yet. I think I'm on track, maybe. I'm on track. Future Keeper of Balance.
Whisperer of Chaos.
Yeah, there you
the thing I will say is there's a different DC for different characters, and it all depends on why you're attuning to the stones. For Gamma, for example, he was driven by vengeance, so his DCs would have been higher in terms of trying to convince him to do things. For Morgrith, he craved domination. For the Feathercasts, they seek possible ascension or at least power. Diego came into it looking for something completely far more subtle. You wanted to understand, to protect, to save people, and so the stone offers you the power to do exactly that. And that's what I'll say on it.
I will walk from the tree
Mhm.
up the steps, covered in rain, I imagine, because it's been raining this whole time.
The
right?
rain has eased off massively, so
Okay.
you are damp, but not
I'm damp.
drenched. Yeah.
The hair still looks great, but I walk up to I step up. Clearly, I have been crying. And as I step up, and I'm now under the shelter, I see you both. I press the digitation and dry myself immediately. Oh, that could have gone wrong.
I imagine Zell and Ash are just kind of like looking at a memory in the diary, having a giggle, and we look up and like, when the fuck did you get outside?
Yeah, where did you come from?
I throw the Starlight Stone in the air and catch it. All good. And I put it in my pocket and I walk in.
You absolute... add that to your title, madman.
Did
And I-
he just...
Lay beside
he did.
Mirabelle.
Very nice.
Get your damp ass away from it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm dry guana
You
breath.
press the
Dry guana
digitation.
breath.
Yeah. You guys end up getting some rest. I'd say that the end of Ashira and Zell's watch comes to a close. Erendor notices you come in, and there's a look of Diego coming in, and there's a look of sort of like almost
I just nod.
relief.
I nod.
And he gives you sort of a kind of vibe, and then pulls down what he's got is basically like a hood over his face. Ashira and Zell, you come in, you head to bed. Corvin and Jinglethorn spend the next couple hours. It begins to get early in the morning, and that's when Elirr and Luriel step out for their watch. Before we come to a close for this day's session, what is it that Elirr does? As Ilariel will wake you, as Corvin waked her. Elirr, I believe it's our watch.
Yeah, thank you. I guess it's time. I guess we'll get up and sit by the campfire. And while we have watched the dancing lights circle around, I think it's a certain distance. They have to be around each other or something, or around me.
Mm-hmm.
60 feet, I think.
Okay. So what do you do with them?
Yeah. So just to illuminate the area a little bit
Mhm.
more, since I can't see for shit in the dark. Yeah. Yeah, and then guess we'll just have a chat.
Mhm.
So I hope we live through this.
I can't lie, I'm quite scared of what tomorrow brings. But I'm sure with Master Jinglethorn we'll all be okay. Right, Elirr?
Well, honestly, I fear for him most. Thing he did on the ship, where he talks about stone. You know how he is.
Yeah, I suppose.
Want him to sacrifice something. The only family I got. Or I don't know. Sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Well, perhaps instead of focusing on the immediate future, we focus on beyond that. I don't want to worry. I don't want to stress ahead of the day ahead, but maybe after all of this is done, perhaps you and I could go back to Ethereal Spire together, and I've always wanted to teach there. I don't know what it is you want to do after all of this.
Well, honestly, I never thought I'd live all that long anyway. But
Well, that's
it seems
morbid.
very... Well, I'm a Rakaka, we don't really. In comparison, especially to someone as you.
Well, when you've lived a life like I have, and I've seen elves live much longer, but when a life is short, I feel like every moment is more precious. That's why you should live in the moment.
Yeah. That's right, especially around you. I guess why Corvin hated me so much. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not just a maybe I do live longer. I don't know. Still figuring that out. But I don't know if I can stay at fire.
Oh. Okay. Well,
But
don't
got
have to.
friends,
Yeah,
places.
I suppose you do.
Maybe there's other places to go.
Perhaps.
There's always people fire, sitting, reading. I guess I learned reading too.
As she sort of looks at you and she's sort of like, yeah, I guess that's true. As she sort of looks around and you notice that the rain begins to stop and the clouds sort of disperse a little bit. The sun's not up, but the moon's coming to the end of its cycle, and you can see that there's a bit of light on the horizon.
Well, it'll be morning soon, and then I'm sure we're going to have to face what lies before us.
Well, I hope we have a lot of time for us.
I'm glad that we were able to meet again, Elirr. I always wondered what you'd got up to after you left. I just never thought it would be under such dire circumstances.
Well, nothing's gonna happen to...
You can't be certain. Nothing can.
I won't let things...
As she sort of, as you say this, she sort of moves closer to you. Still not super close, but sort of shoulder to shoulder as she scoots her chair, her sort of stool over to you. Leans against you.
And she says, well, perhaps we should watch the sunrise. For all we know, it might be our last.
Well, like you said, live in the moment. The first of many.
First of many.
She just nods. And with that, I think you guys see out the rest of your watch. And that's when the sun rises. You watch it rise in the distance. The rest of you begin to wake inside. I'm going to ask, before we close out the day here, is there anything anybody says to anyone in the morning, or do we want to pick up next session, beginning with what you guys say on your way to the Grove?
Diego, why are you wet?
Not wet. I was prestidigitation, but maybe I missed the spot. I just wanted to say, I did something very stupid last night. I know it wasn't anything to do with Ashira. Firstly, I will explain to everyone when we are fully awake and ready to move. But something I did do which was stupid was that I told Erendor that I loved you before telling you that I loved you.
Oh. I love you too, Diego.
Now you can't be mad at me for what I did, but it's not the point. Look, let's get ready. And he hugs her. He kisses her.
I mean, you're here with me. Why would I be mad at you?
Oh, you'll find out. Look, let's get ready. And I help her up to her feet.
Sure, honey.
Yeah, and that's just before we leave. I will just pull the stone out and look at everyone. And now it's a 2v2. And I just smile awkwardly.
I think Ashira would have started making coffee for everyone. And like even handed Erendor a coffee the way that she knows he likes it. And Zell giving him a black one because she doesn't really know. And then gets to Diego, just drops the coffee in front of it and doesn't even hand it to her. She's like, what?
It's okay, I don't drink coffee.
Judge looks up and goes, "You bastard should be me."
And with that, that is where we're going to call.
Okay, someone help me. Help me, silence.
Thank you all for watching. Next week is most likely the last session for this campaign. It's planned to be, so hopefully you guys make it through. You've got a bit more firepower in your arsenal. Diego, I will need to have a conversation with you. But yes, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for playing. And I hope you all had a good time. Until next time, have a good week ahead. Bye-bye.